You are, however, been in the presence of cats for a very long time.
You have.
Yes,
and you
my
are
entire
still
life,
fluffy.
in fact. That does not mean that I am as indecisive as a feline. I am rather decisive, as it turns out.
Not always.
No, you kind of ramble a lot.
I'm usually decisive. I decisively ramble. That is what I have decided at the time.
Get on with it!
Oh dear.
Just because I can be incredibly verbose when I want to be, that does not mean I am indecisive.
And you want to be.
When you
We're
want
like
to
most
be?
of the time.
Most of the time. There's a lot of rambling.
I'm sorry, Torm, but it seems the opinions of the group are against you.
So it does generally tend to be a fair amount of rambling.
And also,
I've genuinely thought of using
also
you.
The just meaningless inaccuracy. Just be precise about things.
No,
You could genuinely use you as a distraction.
He tends to be fairly precise, and when he needs to make a decision, he does tend to make the decision quickly. Just after that, when he's actually doing the talking, he rambles.
What you're talking about is times when I'm not completely sure if I even can talk about a subject, so I have to dance around it in a very careful sort of display of language and just hope you kind of figure it out from everything I'm not saying, which is very rare.
Yeah, bless him. He still tries to help us figure it out.
He's doing it right now.
In fairness, some members of this group can be dense on a level which lead would look light.
I know you're talking
Even
about me,
Thorok
and I
can't
fully
beat
admit
that
it.
hardness.
See, I don't know
I
how...
fall into that pit with Tinder. Dense.
See, I know I probably do, but I'm too dense to figure it out.
Admittedly,
That's why it took you so long to figure out who Halius was.
I mean, that was more just because I didn't care.
Admittedly, I can also occasionally be very dense.
We all can.
I know.
Unfortunately, my wisdom score is not necessarily the best one.
I'll admit there are some things that bug me, like, everyone's intensive planning. I just like, come on, just go punch it in the mouth. Solve the situation.
I am a planning and very deliberate kind of person.
Sideline. I can appreciate, however, when a player wants to just do the straightforward option. It's easy for me to plan for.
We're planning all these things. Just punch it. I know we can win.
The best thing is that we plan all of these things and then don't follow the plan.
Exactly. I know we won't follow the plan, so let's just go punch it in the first place.
You have no idea how much that bothers me, Tinder. You really, really don't.
Anyway, the decision has been made. Team PC, congratulations, you're back in the city. It is Sarah's fault.
Torn,
Yes,
you're bleeding.
It's all Sarah's fault.
Because
I
apparently
don't have blood to bleed with.
he seriously doesn't. Like, if he loses any more blood at this point, you're going to get bone marrow coming out if he loses 2 more con.
Torn, get in the cupboard.
He's enraged.
Back in the closet.
He's enraged. He won't just willingly leave.
Okay, I
You
can solve
either
the
get in the
situation.
closet or I put you in there.
Solving the situation, guys.
Sideline, how much
Don't kill
damage do
him.
you have?
I'm not gonna kill him.
No, how much health are you missing?
Me, I am actually 30. I'm at 39 out of 70.
30 down.
21? 31?
About 21.
30 down.
Let's shoot for this. That was close.
It'll be enough.
How much is Thorok down?
I will bring him back up. Give me a moment. Torin, for this session, I'm going to relinquish control of Thorok to you.
His health bar actually works.
You
miss!
Torin, control of Thorok should now be under your possession.
Fuck!
You miss again!
Wow.
Have you just broken your other rifle?
No, I'm wearing your glasses. I'm way too zoomed in. Here, have them back.
With 2 nat ones, congratulations, it's now in 1 billion pieces, not just like 4 or 5. Because that means you fumbled. So that means you...
Those are me using Those are me using the stock of the gun. That's not actually...
Yeah, but now your stock is shattered. Clearly. That's what I'm seeing.
Turns out Torn has a really thick skull.
Admittedly, your stock is not made of silver.
Yeah.
Oh God, big.
Third time's a charm? Hey, you're unconscious.
No, that would kill me.
It's non-lethal.
It would kill me with that much non-lethal damage.
You have to realize he has no con and no health at the moment.
I choose to forego the crit, because I don't have to roll the crit to confirm.
It's true, you can always choose to roll a nat 1 in place. You can choose the nat 1 with a or natural 1 for the crit confirm. Which means that is 20, which actually, only because he has Lingering Spirit does he not die.
Oh my god.
Because literally, because he has max 10 hit points, 20 non-lethal will kill him, normally.
Sideline, you have to be more careful than that, damn it.
It was completely calculated. I missed the first 2 times because I knew it would kill him.
But yeah, with that, only because he has Lingering Spirit does he stay standing. Well, not stay standing, but does not die outright.
One problem, though. I'm back up.
Fast
healing. Mm-hmm.
So again. I heal basically back up to... How much... Let's see. How much non-lethal am I actually taking? So that would be... I'd be at negative... How much health?
Negative 10.
Well, but please remember, though, it's technically non-lethal damage you're taking, so it's a separate counter.
Mm-hmm.
Keep that in mind, it's a separate counter.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to figure out how much lethal damage I've actually taken.
Well, you're on max hit points effectively right now, though, aren't you? Just 10.
Yeah.
So that does make a difference.
Okay, you have 10 health and you took 20 non-lethal.
Which, normally, because if you reach someone's negative full hit points with non-lethal, you normally kill them, but yeah.
Yeah, no, but I kind of need to know precisely how much lethal damage I've taken because of how my fast healing works.
From my attack, none.
Yeah, from his attack, none. So I promise I don't know what your... you don't have any lethal damage, is what you should have right now.
Then, okay, my fast healing does not actually kick in because I have to actually be dying for it to actually...
That's true. That's true. You're simply concussed, which is a very different condition being concussed.
Mm-hmm.
It's also the best way to get rid of Ace is to concuss Ace to death. Though I'd recommend just not concussing Ace because you'll get other things happening.
Oh, Torrent's dead, guys. We win! Yay!
He's not dead. He's nearly dead. Because Torrent, how much does Lingering Spirit give you extra wiggle room?
10.
So
you have 10 higher con than I do for purposes of damage taken before I die.
Well, in that case, you are 10 non-lethal damage from death.
Okay, do we have a bag or something we can pop him in?
Yes, but you won't be able to breathe in there.
That isn't sure.
That's the issue with like bags of holding and things like that.
Damn it, Torrent, why can't you be an object?
In there.
And it turns out unconscious creatures, you cannot just simply even give them some kind of object that lets them breathe air out of.
I mean, in theory, I could amber him if we're heading to Keegan after here. Because Keegan could undo that and fix the, con drain he's under.
Can unconscious people read?
No.
That's an issue then.
They're just unconscious.
I know, but if unconscious people could read, I could amber him.
So,
I don't really want to, because I know he'd want to be here for, once he's calmed down...
when the dawn actually rises, you'd actually like to be here.
Yeah. But it's also a case of, he might die at that point as well.
Hold on, I have an idea.
Jortas, just go find a really, really hidden cupboard.
I can find a really, really hidden cupboard. I can even hide it even more.
Wait, I have an idea.
There isn't... I mean, you could just break into someone's house and hide him in that if you wanted a cupboard.
That's
effectively.
Say hi, sorry, we're using your cupboard.
I was thinking I could just use one of my shadow conjurations, create a carriage, and we could just keep him in there. And hope that the carriage doesn't get targeted.
I suspect he'd be targeted.
No, technically, because Tauren is still a creature, since as soon as he touches the carriage, even though he's unconscious, he still gets a save against it.
Yeah.
That's fine if he fails it.
But no, I think it's more a case of, use someone's house, break in if we have to, don't if we don't have to, stick him in a cupboard or something and bar it.
I mean, the castle's courtyard does technically have like a boarded up well in it. You could just like tear off some boards, stick him in the open section, and just close it up again.
Sure, it works.
That'll do.
Just store him in the world. It's like great underneath, so he doesn't like fall a long distance because it wasn't designed to be opened again. But
I'll just cast Fly on Forok, and he can lure him down.
You don't really need.
Yeah, we've got rope. We can just tie some rope around his waist or something.
Forok is probably good enough at climbing that he can probably just climb down the side of the well. It's not very big.
And we could always stick him in a bag temporarily to lower him down there, take him out of the bag, and then climb back up again. It's not getting him in there is not an issue.
Getting him out might be, but we'll wait until he's awake for that. Which also, you're on 10 non-lethal damage from being awake, right, Tauren?
Something like that.
Well, with you being on 10 non-lethal, that means the group has, until you wake up, 150 minutes.
That is not long enough.
Because each point of non-lethal damage is 10 minutes. And it turns out he's only 10 from being staggered and awake. Though admittedly, he'll wake up staggered. So, Then 10 minutes later. So, in 2 hours' time, he'll be at full strength again. Well, almost.
Full strength for his current state.
We don't need any more longer than 2 hours. It should be fine.
Hopefully.
And worst case, you find out there's been a werewolf roaming the palace.
Almost fully healed Thorok.
And you guys pull all the extracts off him and carry them yourselves.
I mean, I guess we could. What extracts do you have? Is it just the healing ones left?
Yeah, at this point, all I've got left is a cure serious wounds.
I guess either me or Thorok will have that. In fact, I've got potions. Thorok can have it.
Mm-hmm.
Got to remember, I have potions now.
He stores all this stuff off-site. Don't blame him.
And I suppose, since you've mentioned it, we could take the dynamite off him as a possible plan.
Mm-hmm.
Though since none of you have the expertise of Tauren, judging how big the explosion will be is going to be a little harder, but...
I think the best idea is just don't be anywhere near to begin with.
That is a fair enough way. Because the point is, only Tauren is the only person in the group who actually knows the dynamite's composition well enough to gauge how big the explosion is. But, I mean, sure, if you just use the option of don't get anywhere near it. Also, don't jostle it around, because he has warned in the past that, jostling around too much might cause it to auto-detonate.
It's fine, I have an item for this. Serpos at Hand of the Mage. Which I still have for some reason.
There is actually some mechanical effects to what that could mean, such as if your character gets bull rushed too hard, there's a chance it goes off.
Okay,
because it gets jostled. So
I'll put my familiar in holding dynamite duty. He can use the Hand of the Mage.
Why do you have a hand? Where did you get it from?
No, it's a mummified elf hand.
Sarah just puts her fingers up to Sideline's lips.
Because because the Hand of the Mage explicitly requires an elf hand to work.
I don't know where I got this because I kind of forgot. Don't ask questions because I don't want to know either.
Mortal's ability of self-delusion still astounds me.
I literally have a spell that works off that, yes.
There are a lot of there are a few enchantment spells that work with people's self-delusion. But
I was thinking more about shadow conjuration. I just can't pretend that it exists, it somehow works.
Well, no, self-delusion, that's how Sarah manages to make us carriage herself that she can ride in.
Yeah, that.
She deludes herself thinking that
self-delusion is self-illusion.
Exactly. it's not an easy thing to do, but hey, Sarah's having fun.
Just don't think about it.
Well, as long as she's having fun, that's the important thing.
That's basically the best thing. Just don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. Damn it! I thought about it. Empowered false life, not a bad option.
Fuck.
Wow.
I always roll like a 3 or a 4.
Also, sideline.
Yeah.
You have some kind of telepathic connection to Voldemort, don't you?
Yes, I do.
You're going to receive a very low voltage and weak, basically, I'm trying to think what a Morse code signal sent to you.
That's fine.
That roughly translates as kind of an abbreviated version of mission complete, critically wounded.
Nice.
Silent will send get out.
Get out of my head.
Yeah. By the
Get
strength
to the chopper.
Yeah, by the strength of the signal, it's clear he wasn't kidding. You know, Voldemort is probably only standing by the power of Paladin still.
Well, we did make the right choice in who to send for that bit then.
I mean, it turns out sending a Paladin to fight an army of incorporeal undead is not the worst idea.
Mm-hmm.
Especially one without a con score.
Mm-hmm. He was one of the best choices you could have made for that particular scenario. Also, because he's good at keeping people alive, which is his other useful part for that section.
Mm-hmm.
Each of the different tasks required something different to really take on a score, and you needed someone who was very good at kind of being able to take him on at a distance. You didn't really want anyone who gets up too close for fighting a Scoran.
Yeah.
So the mages. To stop the Rentscar, if you wanted to send out player characters for that, you need someone who could just survive shitloads of hits and a lot of damage.
Told you we should have sent Izachi.
And that's the best way to kind of slow that down. And it turns out you need someone who can heal people to really deal with saving hostages. Because, they're hostages and all, and they might be wounded. Yeah. Still. Then again, you did use him in the fight, so there is an argument saying you made the right choice, Tinder.
Okay, that works.
It's like, is there a right choice?
Whatever I choose is the right choice. Sarah, go take the Renska girl for me. It's the right choice.
I'll fling you at Renska.
I mean, the group...
That's not a bad idea, actually.
The group does admittedly also have the choice of, we have done everything we need to here.
That's kind of just what I want to do. Like...
Because you could say, we're out. We're going to retreat to outside the city boundaries and relax.
Yeah, no, that's not happening.
As much as me as a player, I don't really want to go and fight him, because I know he could probably just tear me a new one so easily. But I think as a character, he wouldn't want to just peg it and leave everyone else to deal with it. No, he's chaotic, but he's still good.
Understand, chaos is not unpredictability necessarily. Can be.
No,
but...
no, it's
yeah,
not.
no. Alias was very much just freedom chaos.
Chaos has many incarnations, as does good, as does evil, as does neutrality, for that matter. The most neutral characters can also be very varied. So yeah. So the group wants to head to that side of the city and assess what the current situation is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine with some haste.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes, but not literally because I don't have haste anymore.
That wouldn't last anyway. That wouldn't last anyway. You're talking about an entire city here. I mean, to just travel across it takes...
Yes, I know, but I was making a joke.
Dark, I did PM you my plans for poisons and such, but yeah, that's what he'll be preparing on the way over.
Also, luckily, Sideline takes no penalties when moving through urban environments.
Good for you, the rest of us do.
What's the exact wording on that?
In places where it would be difficult to train or had slowed movement during urban environments, I ignore those penalties.
Okay. I was wondering if I had specific parameters, but okay. In which case, Sideline is someone managed to get through all the rubble and the screaming people.
Yes, it would exactly qualify for that.
Because that's really your problem here. You're running across rubble and screaming people. Also, the occasional zombie horde and that kind of stuff. But I mean, zombies you can deal with.
Yeah, we've been dealing with zombies since session 1.
You know, or there might be a whole bunch of undead that are like CR5 or lower, but you're just going to erase those on the way through.
Oh no!
You could, of course, choose to ignore those and make even more haste to the Rent-Cigar and just leave them.
No,
I wouldn't want them seeing us running straight through them. Basically, I wouldn't want them turning around and hitting us in the back while we're fighting the Rent-Cigar.
It's true. It's true. Running across small groups is fair enough, but if they horde up, that then becomes a CR worth your fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So let's just plow through them.
Cut them down as we go. Shink, shink.
Exactly.
It's easy enough to do, even for Sarah. She can at this point, she can quarterstaff up.
Hey, Sarah punched an astral demon. She can hold her own.
Didn't do anything though.
I mean, you did. You did technically deal damage.
Insignificant amounts.
Yes. I mean, you deal less than 1% of its health, but it technically damage. Did have over 100 hit points after all. So.
Yeah.
To your return of frustration, perhaps.
Nah.
Team PC. As you kind of race through the city, let's see how well the group actually manages to get there, given the current situation. Everyone but Sideline. I require you to make me an acrobatics skill check or a CMB check, your choice.
Because I'm not penalized, can I aid someone?
Yes, you can aid someone because you're not, since you're basically, you don't have to make a check, you can aid someone else.
I will aid.
Plus 8 CMB or plus 22 acrobatics. Which one shall I go for?
Basically, it's the difference between a bull rush and overrun versus like just backflips and sliding.
Your test backflips and slides quite averagely for him. You've seen him do better.
Can I exploit weakness to crowds? I am attempting to CMB.
You can.
Are they CR7 or lower?
Let's see. The zombie horde would actually come out, yes, a CR7.
Well then, okay. Where is the correct button for this?
I mean, if it's for attacking, it'll be +2.
There we go.
So Sarah, how are you bypassing the crowds? Unless you have some magic you want to try and use to bypass a crowd.
I mean, I've still got my 3rd level slots left. I wouldn't mind just flying over them.
You can spend a fly and just go over.
Does anyone else want the ease of access?
I mean, no one else needs it.
I'll still beat you to the other side.
One of them ignores penalties. One of them is apparently bull rushing their way clean through, and the other one seems to be backflipping their way through.
Yeah, Sarah just kind of goes some. You have fun with that, and just kind of lifts off.
I'm just jumping on their heads like Goomba style. Boink boink.
You know, if that's what you want to flavour it, sure. I mean, you did just roll the what's 32 divided by 4.
Lots. 7?
8.
It'd be 8. So you're basically jumping 8 feet in the air. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and also Sideline's watching this, just walking through the crowd, like, why are you doing that? That's not.
Admittedly, I imagine in Sideline's case, it's because he can just analyze the crowd so well he can predict where to move to not get in the way.
Yep, this is exactly how it works.
Because it's more fun. You should try it sometime.
I would crush people.
They're zombies. They won't complain.
The people burying them will.
This is a fair point.
Sideline, universally, concerned.
Yeah. With that then, the group, you run across no particular issues and none of you particularly get damaged as you move across the city. Eventually arriving at, where the situation was originally. and you see the wall to the western part of the city, which the main gate is completely missing. The portcullis as well, completely missing.
Damn it, Sideline, did you blow things up again?
No.
Besides the portcullis seems to have been twisted and barred, even in such a way that some people seem to be like twisted behind it. It's parts of the wall are missing, and there is devastation and destruction in just kind of a huge radius around the gatehouse, where you don't see any enemies, just their trail of destruction. It's a pretty horrific sight. Horrific enough, actually, that any character who can deal with fear has to roll a will save.
Oh, Dark, would my fear that Escom gave me have worn off by now?
Yes.
Good.
I am
So
not
I have to
affected
make
by fear.
a will save in what event?
If you are capable of being feared, you must roll a will save. For the horrificness of this sight that you see.
And then all of Thorok's save bonuses are listed there.
Which don't apply in this case, it's not magical. It's literally just a horrific scene.
Well, I'm scared again, guys.
Well, not quite. You're sickened. Be more precise.
Really?
As you're basically, nearly vomiting at kind of the sight of how much horrific gore and like the sight of the bodies that have been left in. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
That's worse than being feared. It affects saving throws as well, which fear doesn't.
I mean, you could also get both of those. But they're basically the same effect.
Yeah,
just
but they could
they can't.
stack.
You're sickened for a while.
Sucks.
Well, I mean, I was just analysing how much the damage is.
Your test, if you want to know, that one was hit with 12.8 kilonewtons of
Don't
force.
want to know.
I mean, there are some people here who have just been basically eviscerated, that you can see all their internal organs kind of torn out, as if they kind of just opened up, like an envelope.
Considering we're about to fight what caused that, don't want to know.
Your body could make that kind of dent in a wall.
At a high enough of velocity, it can.
Theoretically, it's I've always known, but practicality? No, it's something to see.
So, I assume the group wants to follow the trail of destruction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not really, but yes.
I presume the large trail of destruction towards the
I'm sorry, Dark. I didn't catch. Was the DC 15 good enough?
You're fine, barely.
Okay.
It's only Jortes who is sickened currently.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just dealing with like 5 things.
So, does the group want to follow the huge trail of destruction that was the Renziger, or like loads of some of the smaller ones that seem to be the other werewolves having headed off in other directions?
That's good. Renziger, I guess.
Renziger.
Yeah, we're going for the ranks gear.
I
We'll
mean,
deal with the little ones afterwards.
it's good for you, not good for the people of the city.
No, the people of the city are fucked. But if we don't kill the Renziger, then the city itself is fucked.
In which case, you follow the trail of destruction. There will be no skill check required. The DC to follow this trail is -10. It's pretty hard to miss the trail.
I can still miss it. Oh yeah.
I don't know how you could fail a -10 survival check. That would be pretty spectacular to do.
This is Sarah we're talking about. She can do whatever the hell she likes.
So, as the group sets out on its... well, to move forward. And Krusty, how are you all feeling as you look at just the devastation here? There has been a lot of life lost.
Sick, apparently.
Yeah, well, that's how you're physically feeling, but how would you be feeling, more mentally at this whole situation? Also having just defeated a score and having to do this straight after.
Unnerved, worried, and really rather wanting to go home, but knowing he kind of can't. I mean, he can, but you wouldn't.
Sarah would rather be anywhere else right now, but not really much on option there either. Like, Jortis is kind of saying.
I mean, if you want to be anywhere else, we can go back to my bedchamber.
Now is
Sir,
not the
please.
time, you two.
That'd be a huge favor. Why don't I have geese right now?
Please keep it in your pants at the current time.
This is how Jortes relaxes himself.
Can you really relax in a situation?
He's not really relaxed, but it's a coping mechanism. I need to remember to turn my correct armor back on.
Sideline is neutral to the situation. I have no opinions one way or another.
He has no opinion about all the lives slaughtered.
If he did, he would feel sad.
They're all gonna die anyway, it's fine.
Apparently I forgot to
Well, Torn is very thoroughly unconscious, so...
Sideline acknowledges the fact that if he did have emotions, he would feel sad at the moment.
I mean, Mira could play a brief emulation of sadness. I'll try to.
I would prefer to keep every single facility online at the moment.
I mean, she tried. Yeah, she tried to give you some theoretical sadness. Not real sadness, just theoretical. Alright. As the group approaches towards its destination, then. Large portions of this area of the city seem to be currently on fire. It seems the archers attempted to use the flaming arrow strategy to try and deal with the situation.
Not a bad idea.
It sadly only made things worse. Because it turns out this thing doesn't frankly care that much about their non-magical flaming arrow.
I mean, as we're sort of heading towards it, can we discuss maybe knowledge checks for what the hell is this thing strong and weak to, aside from the usual werewolf stuff?
You can try. This is a very obscure topic.
What check would it be?
Well, interestingly, since technically it's a humanoid, it's local.
I got a 22.
I got a 22.
Sideline.
Wait, hold on. I had to quickly... How much do you have, Regulus? I can try. Go bat. Fuck.
All of you know squat.
Damn it.
Other than the fact that this is part werewolf, you got nothing.
Alright, well, I guess start with the usual werewolf tactics and go from there.
Can we make a luck roll to see if Lyle told us anything?
Well, more your knowledge checks would see if you remembered anything from Lyle.
That's fair.
I remember everything from Lyle, including how I got him killed.
I hope it haunts your dreams.
It does. It really fucking does.
The thing is, you didn't get him killed, though. I killed him with kobolds.
Yeah, because I reminded you about a kobold that you'd missed.
And?
And if I hadn't, you wouldn't have killed him.
Yeah, but then it would have been unfair to the game.
I know, which is why I did, and I still feel guilty about it.
I mean, I've also reminded you guys before about things that have killed my monsters. Should I feel guilty?
Yes.
No, you're meant to lose.
No, the DM is not supposed to win or lose. The DM is not the monsters. That's a separate thing.
I know. I'm just taking the perspective of a murder hobo for fun.
Yeah, I'm kind of the third party here.
Yeah, murder hobos.
So, you seem to be approaching towards a square right now, where you hear the sounds of very loud screaming.
Oh, I've already used my Wayfinder's invisibility, haven't I? Damn it.
Oh, did you use all of it?
Yes, I mean, it only lasts for a couple of minutes, and it's not a... It's a use it and it lasts until it's gone.
I thought it was increments. Never mind, Finn.
So,
Okay.
TBC, what do you want? Is there anything you would like to do before you kind of get into close range?
Cast invisibility on myself.
Attempt to fix my gun.
I don't think you have a way that you can easily try to fix your gun.
Can
Right
someone cast Make Whole?
You don't have Make Whole as a spell.
Oh.
I'm a sorcerer!
So it turns out I do still have some minutes of my Wayfinder.
I got a pistol. That's about it. And I can't even get dex damage with it.
I mean, you have Hecate still.
Do we want to use Hecate to fix my gun?
I'd rather have her for nuke.
No, I'd rather just have her blast the thing.
Oh, okay.
I mean, would that use her up completely, or would she recover by the time the
Given she's already done a few things, she pretty much has one use left in her. So.
Nuke.
Yeah, I'm opting for the smoke if you got an option.
Yeah, I mean, if it's in a square like a town square, there's the least opportunity for her collateral to take out half the city here. So this is the point we want to nuke.
I mean, there will be side effects no matter what. She is an automatic collateral character.
There is, yes, but if we'd used her at the palace,
you did.
Like work for proper nukage.
I mean, there will still be consequences because of you used her there.
There will be, but less.
Hecate, by definition, always leaves a consequence. Some of them are small, and some of them are very big. We shall see.
So let's go with the big consequence and nuke it.
So invisibility is cast, and anything else before arrival?
I suppose we should cast Fly on Thorax so we can at least attempt to throw dynamite at Lyle.
Yeah. Fork can get a fly, I'm having a fly, and so can Sideline.
I mean, I have to get point blank with the damn thing.
Great. I'll be the only one actually on the ground with it then.
Oh my god!
If Sideline doesn't care, then Jortes can have it, because...
Would you like a potion of Fly?
I mean, either way, I'm going to have to get into melee with it, so...
I forgot I could do this. I, as a standard action, disconnect my scope from my rifle. As a standard action, I reattach my scope to my pistol.
I believe it's a full round action, but yes, you can do this.
Sweet. Okay, now I'll take a fly.
You can have a fly then. I'm now down to like 2 seconds, 2/3, 2/4 in the first.
In case you want to modify your tokens, though I have done some of the modifications for you, you can find a section of map. Whoops. Revealed down below.
I see.
Though I have already taken the effort to put some markers on you for you.
Thank you.
Do I want that potion of fly? Fly is nice. It would actually make me faster than I currently am.
I would offer, but I need to keep a few spell slots I have.
Yeah, so you can have a potion of Fly if you want.
I won't say no. At this point, I would be the only one on the ground, so the only one for it easily to reach. So, yes, I will take a fly.
It's going to have less trouble reaching than you'd like.
Probably not, no, yeah.
No matter if you're on the ground or flying, it's going to have an easier time than you want.
Yeah.
Okay. My token set up.
Fly.
Ready?
So, yeah, I'm ready to do it as well.
There's no other group buffs we want to cast before the fight starts.
No,
I don't think we have any of our group buffs.
The group's out of power is the problem.
Yeah.
Here, Jortes, have a shrunken boulder.
Okay, thank you.
It might be useful, who knows.
If it hits a hard surface, it turns into a full boulder, so you know.
If you'd set up a flank.
That's actually a good point.
That is actually a very good point.
Though if I'm flying and I'm above him, I can flank with the ground.
He can, indeed. He can flank with the floor. If he's directly above.
If he's directly above, and the creature doesn't have some way to just phase through the floor.
Or big speed. A burrow speed would allow you to go straight through the floor and therefore not count. Unless the floor is something you can't burrow through, which is,
I don't think the Rent-A-Car has a barrel speed.
Then again, Please note, this is potentially a Rinsigar also with, like, cleric spells.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Lyle.
No problem.
Yeah, but at least it's raging and can't take the concentration to cast spells.
Unless he's gained some kind of blood rage or like ability.
Yeah.
Which, let's be honest, he will have.
I mean, blood rages are a thing. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else we have to prepare. I don't know any potions that could help. So
Team PC, you get into close proximity of it. As it's currently feasting away upon the remains of some innocent people.
Yay.
I'm going to reveal the map. Please note this map does not show one thing, which is the copious amounts of fire that all these buildings are in. But that's kind of hard for me to draw.
No, that's fine.
If you guys would like to start drawing copious amounts of fire, feel free to do so.
Please don't. It lets the system enough.
I will stick with my hat.
Good to know he is huge size.
Current time, which is bigger than he was before.
But Lyle, you used to be so small.
And
The little fog cloud is here.
fog cloud that good.
Aww.
Sleep now, little fog cloud. Now is not your time. So, guys, I think it's time for an initiative check.
Mm-hmm.
You go.
You sideline. Fuck you and your good rolls, because I know I'm going to roll a 3.
Yep.
Okay, it was a little bit higher than a 3.
I should have more decks than that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I'm sickened. No, sickened doesn't affect attributes. No, it does, ability checks. So
And of course, your deck has his whole bluff versus the enemy ability.
Yes, I do. Frig. But sense motive versus their bluff. 23.
Lara's not very good at bluffing, it turns out. Technically, you beat him.
What does that actually give me? It's a +1? A +1 plus an additional +1 for every 5 by which I exceed the DC.
Oh, cool. I can charge Lyle from here.
Gain 2.
Yay! It puts me above Sarah. That makes me so happy.
I have a feat for this, I can't.
I'm not the slowest in the group.
The Renskar goes first.
Yeah, but he's distracted eating corpses.
Yes, but some living targets just marched onto the scene.
Yeah, you guys should have stealthed.
Arguably living.
He can't tell the difference.
What stealth? It's not like we really had much invisibility to throw around.
Mm-hmm. I'm also assuming I'm still sickened.
Yes.
Yeah, figured.
Oh, that's another thing I would have activated.
So, the Renskar is going to go ahead and spend its action to charge.
Okay.
Even despite all the shit that's in the way.
It's big enough. The Renskar is big enough, and it's moving with such power, it does not care about the rubble here. And the various things. It's
just going straight to that I flew up.
You said you were flying up. I gave you multiple chances. Are you sure you've got everything? Are you sure you've got... Okay.
Okay, I mean... I thought we explained that we were flying higher, but apparently we all just kind of slipped that.
You said you had the fly spells. You didn't tell me how high you were flying.
I mean, considering this is a super boss, would you let us please fly a little bit higher?
Well, it'd be Jordan taking the brunt, so, you know.
I'm invisible, remember.
Oh, you're invincible, are you?
Invisible, yes, Wayfinder.
Okay, there's no marker on you for invisible, which is why I did not know.
Yeah.
I do remember him specifically saying it.
Yeah, it's kind of, I can only do what I know.
Yeah, sorry.
In which case, it can't actually reach any of you to energy of you. In which case, it's going to proceed to move to here and throw the statue at you.
Fuck.
Okay.
Fuck!
Oh, motherfucker.
The actual fuck.
So, Forok, you're visible, right?
Yep.
He's throwing the statue at Forok.
Okay.
I don't suppose deflect arrows helps here.
No, this is a massive projectile. It cannot be deflected by the
I know.
Come on, show us how hard you are. We know you're harder than rock.
Unfortunately, I do not have a prepared action to punch the statue out of the air.
This sounds like a personal problem. Too bad, really. Let me just figure that one. Because, you're having a rock thrown at you. This is actually kind of a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like rocks.
He's gonna rock your road.
Also, the poor marble statue. So much loss of wealth.
Oh shit. If it's technically collateral, I can loot it.
This is not the attitude you should be having.
Well, afterthoughts. I'm totally gonna pick up that when this is done.
Pretty sure someone's going to want to cast Make Whole on the statue later.
Oh no, Varensagar ate the statue and took it away. Ah.
Yeah, it really didn't.
Oh my god, if Lyle goes back to normal size, imagine the indigestion he's gonna have.
Okay.
I don't want to think about that.
It's going to make its range attack against you.
Alright. That misses.
Yes.
Okay. It misses, so Forok does not take the proper damage of it. However, he does have something that will trigger on this. As the statue proceeds to miss you. Any targets behind him receive a secondary roll.
Because
Sideline.
it's kind of a big-ass statue.
Ah, you miss!
Sarah?
Sarah gets hit.
That hits me. Well, actually,
Oh.
yeah. Yeah, I don't think it matters I'm invisible.
Yeah, Windy Escape.
Well, I haven't. That's against damage, remember?
Yeah, no, but it's going to deal
Oh,
damage.
wait, actually, wait. Oh, never mind.
As the statue will plow into you.
Yeah, I was going to say, I forgot about technically Shadow Conjuration. I can make a stone shield, but I'll just Windy Escape that. Okay, so that's
It's
14
lucky
damage.
not a magical statue, it's just a statue to the face.
Yeah, so 14. I'm on 7 temporary hit points. Thankfully, I've not been touched yet.
Luckily, the statue was not the most aerodynamic weapon in the world, but,
I know. I'm just annoyed that I could have actually dodged that if I remembered.
Well, it won't be the first attack coming your way.
Okay, so
Yep.
I would like to.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, sorry. Also, the Red Skull will also howl out loudly to the heavens.
Well, we're about to have
He's
some more ads
calling
coming.
more.
That's all. Take your turn.
So I'd like to invoke Hecate,
2.
nuke Lyle as much as she is physically capable of.
Alright. Nuking privileges enabled. One moment, let me check her repertoire for what she has for nuke.
I mean, preferably don't nuke us as well, but, whatever.
She promises nothing.
Look, we'll be fine as long as she doesn't cause a whole blowout. But then again, knowing Hecate.
She will. Why is
Get
there a
into cover,
squiggle
Stalker!
now? Why is there a black squiggle now?
I'm making a mushroom cloud.
Just out of curiosity, how far away is the group? Ooh.
Yeah, too close.
Because she is invoking nuking privileges after all.
I mean, at least the two closest have evasion.
This is true.
I have improved invasion.
I could have evasion.
I can.
Because Hecate's explosion is kind of big.
Oh, you two are
In
just safe.
my mustache.
But wait, you don't have a mustache.
Anymore.
Anymore.
As you can see by Hecate picking the colour red, she has chosen the element of fire. Orange. Yeah, the element of fire.
Well, it's a good thing most of the buildings in this radius are already destroyed.
They're already on fire anyway, most of them, so there's not that much difference, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
As Hecate will proceed to invoke her power, spending a grand total of 10 points of her own constitution score on this.
Oh, jeez.
As he sends it into her decanter, which begins to glow rather violently. Her magic out. Every creature in that radius must make me a reflex save.
Oh, God, this is going to be painful.
And technically there are 2 circles in play here. I should know.
That is not enough. That is really not enough.
I should technically know that there are 2 circles in play here.
Okay.
Which is the immediate area and the extra territory. The extra area. Which I think should show up now. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there are people in the middle taking more damage.
Why have my buffs turned off? I knew my dex wasn't right. That should be 1 higher.
Okay. That's good to know.
Is this a poison effect?
Thorok completely evades the nuke. Thorok doesn't care, he just evades the entire nuke. Maybe he's like grabbed like a piece of rubble and like put it in the way as a shield.
No, he stands there. It blows his beard back majestically. He stands with his arms akimbo.
And just somehow all the rubble going past is not going to hit him, it just flies past him. Sadly, it does fly into Jortes.
Oh.
So Sarah's going. So she'll deal. She's going to firstly deal to every single creature in Sarah. Well, she's roll its save. You don't know its modifier, but it rolls in that one.
Oh shit.
Aren't that ones normally double damage?
No.
No.
Depending on the rules for you want to use the situation, but not. I haven't been using it so far, so no. So everyone who's within the yellow radius, including the Rensigar, is going to take. How much health does your test have? I'm just curious.
Not enough.
Everyone in that area takes 44 damage.
Oh, jeez. My reflex wasn't high enough then.
It was not.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Rensigar also takes 44 damage, and it also takes a secondary effect.
Is it another 15d6? Yay! Good lord!
She isn't a focus specialist, and she may have just basically knocked herself out, but,
Shout over to her. Next time, warn me! Ow!
As this huge fireball ripples up into the sky.
Don't teach me how to do that.
And the Rensigar's still going.
Of course.
It actually barely looks like that phased it. It just looks more pissed off.
Damn it, Hecate. You had
one
job
And
here.
she rolled pretty well on that, there's at least a few 6s. Also a lot of 1s.
Yeah.
And she rolled average. So,
Okay, so
what now?
okay. So its huge size, so its reach should be about 15 feet.
Mhm.
So I want to be a. So I kind of want to fly about here and also 30 feet up, which should
Which would be a 6. on the fly counter.
So that should be 60 feet, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Roughly.
Well, technically going by diagonal upwards, it's slightly different the way you... But yeah, you can fly that.
Let me pull for paragraphs.
And I'm gonna throw dynamite at him.
Alright. Roll me an attack roll. If you net 1, it detonates in Fork's hand.
Please don't. I can't take another dynamite.
That's pretty good.
How's a net 19 do you for, my set of 3 sticks of dynamite bundled together?
A 20 would have been nicer, but a 19 will do.
I'm sorry, I don't have improved critical dynamite.
Well, clearly that's a flaw of Thorks.
Well, you do see a huge amount of magic surrounding Rentsgard that tries to deflect it away, but your shot is clear enough that it gets past all its things in the way.
Section for Mallows.
And it gets direct contact, and kaboom. You said you used 3 sticks.
Yep.
Alright.
Because that was everything Torn had left.
Roll me an intelligence or wisdom check as Fork.
A wisdom check, you say?
Intelligence or wisdom, your choice.
It's a case of, am I standing too close here?
No, this is more a case of how well do you know how well do you have the insight to use dynamite properly?
Turns out very well.
He's been watching Torren.
Well, in which case that's 3 sticks of dynamite. Which I mean, that's decently strong. Because each stick of dynamite is pretty potent, it can be.
Damn it, if I've used these poisons and don't get a chance to use them, I'm going to be miffed.
As it detonates, and as the smoke clears, the Rentsgard just kind of coughs out a small puff of soot and looks angry at you.
I really should have put these on a ranged weapon. Why didn't I put these on a ranged weapon?
You could have missed.
Now, here's a good question. What are we saving Rowan for? Damage or defense?
Defense.
Okay.
I mean, he doesn't.
Then that is the end of my turn.
He doesn't just
I really should have done this earlier, but I suppose I'll do it now and exploit weakness for defense. Is he CR 16 or lower?
Let me check his CR.
That's never a good sign.
You hit his CR on the head.
We should not be done with this.
Sideline, you knew he was powerful.
I know.
Secretly, I lured you all here as revenge for Lyle. No.
This is the point when Sideline pulls out his secret invisibility scroll and disappears. Right. So in which case, Sideline.
Yeah.
You've got angry Rentsgard.
Shit.
It seems even more annoyed by the fact you've tried to blow it up twice, and so far all you have done is badly singe its fur.
I'd like to go here, get cover from if it runs up to me. We'll have line of sight on it. Good. I will do that, and...
You're missing your hat.
I know. Let me get it. Actually, it fell on the ground. It's fine.
It got blown off in the explosions.
Yes.
In fairness, there was a lot of wind from that explosion. There was actually a special effect if any creatures were small in that as well.
Thank God for no Celia.
I know which was irrelevant in this case, but would have been interesting if Torren was there. That damage, actually, by the way, half of it was physical damage and half of that was fire damage. Because half of it is rubble and the other half is a goddamn explosion.
And
I'm just going to dump 3 dragon rounds.
Intelligence modifier, but
It's true. Actually, in your case, Tori, if you had thrown 3 pieces of dynamite, you would have got 3 times your intelligence modifier on that.
Yes.
Because they're technically 3 different smash weapons.
Ammo. I will be using my silver bullets.
Probably a wise choice. By the way, Hecate's damage admittedly Hecate's damage did actually count as silver as well. The blood, like all the rubble from Hecate's attack.
Mm-hmm.
Because she may have added silver into her components she used in the spell. And some spells allow you to do so. Pew, pew, pew. Sideline, I've got a question.
Yeah.
How magical is that gun?
+1.
Well, it's slightly magical. That's good to know.
DR magic silver.
Well, more. You feel like if those bullets weren't magical, they wouldn't have done a whole lot. As they seem to break through a faint shield around him, potentially protection from arrows.
Well, yeah, the dynamite was kind of trying to be deflected as well.
Well, no, that would be trying to affect that. But with that, they're all hits. They're not by a lot, surprisingly, for touch attacks.
No.
But they're all hits. So that's good news. And you said you were using silver bullets, so they technically all deal damage. So, Jordas.
No.
That's an angry Rinziger.
Can I pull a potion off like my bandolier as part of a movement, or is it just drawing weapons?
Technically, off your bandolier, yes, you can.
Right.
You cannot rummage through your pack for it. Maybe your bandolier only has so much room on it, though.
Yeah. So I'm gonna move up there, flying, basically copying Thor, flying 30 feet up as well.
Then please mark your fly symbol with 6.
Just like that. I'm going to pull a Cure Serious wound out my bandolier at the same time, and I'm going to chug it as my standard action.
Are you injured?
Hmm?
You're slightly injured.
Just a wee bit, yes, just a wee bit. That was 3d8, I believe, for Cure Serious.
Yes.
Yep.
Torin, these are the ones you made me. What cast level would they be at?
It was just a potion, then it would be base, so it would be 2d8 plus 3.
For Cure Serious?
That'd be +5.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
like 21
serious.
then.
I thought you said moderate.
Nah.
Yeah.
But I'm slightly better off now. And I'm also going to actually drop my silver mace. Because yay! Who needs silver weapons? And I'm going to swift action to trigger one of my spring-loaded wrist sheaths to eject. Which poison did I put on which?
The anti-werewolf one was on the magic dagger.
Yeah, I'm not ejecting that one. I'm ejecting the normal masterwork dagger.
Alright.
And I believe that's it. That's move, standard, swift, and free.
Well, you could yell at it, but...
Wait,
I'm invisible. I don't want to tell him where he is.
Jortest, have you used that sideline mixed wolfbane stuff yet?
I have it on my other dagger. Well, that's what is on my masterwork dagger that I've just ejected.
Okay, good. Don't know these things.
Okay. Is this building's on fire, I'm assuming. So Sarah wants to move into the fire.
Every building's on fire.
Yeah, Sarah wants to move into the fire just for, like a method of cover. Actually, maybe not there. Maybe like here so she can actually see the thing. As a note, she does have resist energy fire on, so she's probably fine.
The building is dealing about 5d6 fire damage, which you cannot bypass that.
I could. 5d6.
What's that?
5d6 I could potentially bypass that.
What's your fire?
20. Well, actually, hold on. What's resist energy?
So it should be. I thought it should be 30 by now.
Should be 30.
Did I use? I think I did use. No, wait, it was abjuration. Did I have anything to boost abjuration at all? No, it's only 20. It's 30 at 11th level. Okay, well maybe I won't be moving into a fire then.
It wouldn't be that much damage, man. Like it's very unlikely to roll that much.
Yeah, you're still playing Skyrim, aren't you?
I do have Skyrim in the background.
Yeah,
okay.
I noticed.
Sarah will move there, and she's going to use Shadow Conjuration Glitter Dust. Because we need as much help on this as we can get. And just cast it on the Ren score. So I need 2 will saves. One at DC 20, one at DC 19. The 20 is the disbelief one. I'll spend some silver. Well, okay. It rolled really well and passed both foes, god damn it.
Wow.
And I'm not visible.
So it's nicely lit up, but just not blind. Yeah, it would have a really hard time hiding right now.
God damn it, I had to roll really well on both foes, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
In fairness, it is Lyle's remain.
I know, but that's also counting like the blood moon.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's come with a blood moon pre-built in.
Yeah, exactly. It's the really good at will saves.
And
I was hoping that
it would have still passed.
Yeah, I was hoping that it'd be worse.
It was a good idea.
Well,
Well,
he did have a good will save in life, so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but now I've wasted that turn basically. But yeah, it's a rinse Garvin.
So, you guys would like to fight a Rensigar still, for some reason.
Not really, but...
You guys have decided to fly up. I mean, it can still kind of ish reach you. It's 15 feet tall and has 15-foot reach. So...
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm 50 feet off the ground.
50? You said 30 before.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
You said 30 and 30.
You move 30 across, 30 up. Total of 60.
Yeah, it's fine.
Very essentially what you said.
I should.
Well, the number 6 wasn't there because it's representing 5-foot squares up. It was.
Oh.
Because measuring in 5 feet is more important, actually, in the system, you know.
Okay. 6 tiles up.
Yeah, it's in that kind of move over to here.
Still invisible.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't really care about that, actually.
And still 15 feet above it.
You're within its reach.
Yes, but I mean, for the auto, you know what tile it is if you're adjacent. I'm 15 foot away.
It's true. It's true. Though he does have a very keen sense of smell. But, Fark.
Yep.
He's going to go ahead and try to rip you asunder.
AC 30.
You better hope it's enough.
I didn't catch that.
You better hope it's enough.
Yeah. It's not. Knowing me, I'm going to get Thorok killed just by playing him.
It's a natural attack.
Yeah, it doesn't crit. They're both natural attacks. It's a pair of claws. But, you know. So, that's a pretty sight.
Not really. It is in fact decidedly not a pretty sight.
Fark
Yep.
takes 22 and 16. And it still hasn't finished its full attack yet.
It has its bite.
Also, since it hit you with both of those attacks, it deals automatic rend damage.
Oh, could it full attack if it moved?
That is a fair point that it could not do both of those. That's true. It could have attacked 2 people, if it knew where short test was. But it can't actually full attack. That's true. Well, you only got hit with the 22, it seems like. But it will continue. but it will make the grab attempt. Because it can do that. So this is versus his CMD, which originally Thorok has a decent CMD.
I'm I'm also, getting currently a +5 on.
Yeah, it's true enough.
For
What is his CMD out of curiosity?
40.
That is pretty damn good.
Oh, come on!
Really?
I called it.
Do we want what's his face to tank that?
Well, I don't.
It's not a bite; it's a grapple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's grabbing Fork.
Not sure I want to burn Izachi to negate a grapple.
It's a grapple. I don't care.
Given his actually could negate a full power crit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm just hoping he doesn't have like not constrict, but something like that does auto damage.
Well, he does have something actually.
I know it.
Because he would choose then as a swift action to automatically end this grapple by slamming you into the floor.
Come on, it's like...
Ow.
He just grabs you out of the air and slams you down.
So you're automatically prone, which doesn't matter since you're flying a bit to get back up anyway. But you know, and you suffer automatic damage as he slams you into the ground.
Okay.
Well, that's 47 in total, including the first attack.
Yeah, you're technically prone, but you're about to, if you take a move action, you can just kind of, well, it does matter technically you're prone, but you know, if you move at all, if you don't spend action to get up, you can just move and if you wanted to get up.
Because you're flying.
Mm-hmm. So you are prone, which does matter for the fact of -4 to hit right now, which could be a problem.
Jeez.
Yeah, the Renzagora is not happy. So that was its standard action. Or
So I could full attack it.
would be you would take the -4 for being prone. Because you're. I'd actually no. Admittedly, no. You could 5-step fly to actually move up a square and no, you're going to be prone.
Yeah, let's do that. So,
Time for full attack.
yeah, I'm thinking full attack defensively and attempt to
Stunning fist.
exploit weakness defensively, and yeah. So, since I'm fighting defensively, does he already have a thing on his buffs for this? He probably does. Let me just look.
I mean, there might just be a buff in there.
Yes, he does. I'm probably gonna need power attack.
The other question: are you worrying about hitting or are you worrying about damaging?
That's a good. He's probably got so much natural armor that I need to have my full attack bonus right now.
I mean, Lyle was also wearing a very big breastplate.
Oh, he got rid of his armored coat?
Mm-hmm. It didn't fit him anymore. Sadly.
Keep in mind you need to exploit weakness if you actually would bypass the DR though.
Except I want to attempt that defensively.
I'm sure if whatever patron has currently brought him to the dark sideline offered him an armored coat, he would have taken it.
Yeah, probably.
It was a nice coat.
Now here's the point. I could try and exploit defensively now, and if I succeed, I will full attack defensively. Otherwise, I'll take a retreat, a withdraw action.
You could, certainly.
Damn. So do I withdraw, or I should probably just withdraw? I don't have the AC to...
Just keep in mind withdrawal only works our first move, tile of movement.
So you will provoke from 2 other tiles if you don't acrobatics past.
Which Thorok does have a pretty good acrobatics, all things said.
But he's
Then
got
against a huge creature worth of defense.
Mm-hmm.
Also, bear in mind, I'm about to become visible.
Yeah, I would just attack.
I mean, you could try doing a stunning fist. It's a long shot, but...
I was going to try a stunning fist, and also, a style strike. Which I cannot imagine I can trip this creature, so it'd basically just be a foot stomp, wouldn't it?
I mean, it stops it from moving.
It's only a bipedal thing. Yeah, you could theoretically.
Yeah, but there's a limit on what you can trip.
You can. No, you can technically trip it, but the downside is it has a lot of CMD in the way.
Yeah, you can attempt a foot stomp.
Should at least keep it here and away from the casters. It would also keep him focused on Thork, probably.
And it does not have any conditions that trigger Medusa's Wrath. Otherwise, I'd certainly know about that. So... Oh god, big forgive me.
Right, there's a 29 to hit.
So I need a DC 19 save for Stunning Fist.
You're assuming you've hit.
Assuming
it's 29, I hope he's hit, otherwise I don't have a chance.
Well, with all of Lyle's current buffs running in various things, the 29 does hit. But you don't have a lot of wiggle room with that.
Fucking hell, I'm gonna have to nat 20 to have any chance of hitting him.
I still need that DC 19 fort save. Not that it's going to fail. Nat ones are a thing.
Admittedly, defeating buffs is also something you could spend NPCs on.
We've only got is actually left though.
It's true, but he could try. You could have him like trying to defeat the buffs, or in the right go. He is a magical individual still.
Do you have Spell Sunder?
I mean, he could find something to do.
Yeah, that's true.
So you wanted a fortitude save?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, I didn't think he was going to fail.
Jeez.
I mean, his worst save is reflex, which I think Lyle's in life might have also been.
And we had wanted me to foot stomp and not attempt the leg sweep because I only have a plus 10 CMB right now. So yeah, foot stomp. You can only move 5 feet away from me, I believe, or has to be adjacent to me.
He can't move away from you. Sideline.
I want to do something strange.
Whatever you do, please, for the love of God, roll a critical.
I'm going to make a called shot.
Okay.
Before you do we want to use this actually to try and strip buffs? Because otherwise we are not going to be hitting this.
I think we should just retreat. Like, we're so stripped down at this point, and we're taking on another boss.
Right, I think if we were more reliable at hitting it, we might be able to do something. But if we're needing nat 18s plus to
be able
to
make
hit
that
him,
call on your turn, your test.
Okay.
I'm making called shot I.
Okay, one moment. I have to go check up the rule on call shot I because I haven't done this one.
It gives concealment for 1 round.
Well, let me have a quick look at the called shots. But okay, called shot I is a challenging one, -10 to hit. Called shot the eye gives all foes of the target concealment for 1 round, and gives a -2 penalty on perception checks. If you roll a critical, it's 1d4 minutes it applies. Okay.
Yep, I'm just giving us concealment.
And it's not a bad thing.
And I will also swift action to change over to justice, from justice to destruction.
Increasing damage over to hit.
No, to hit over damage.
Isn't justice? Oh, you're taking 2 justice from destruction. Is that what you're saying?
No, destruction is actually to hit. It's weird.
I thought justice was to hit.
No, justice is damage. It's weird.
It's odd, but okay. You're switching over to hit. That's what we need to know.
Yeah. And I will shut that off because I can't make it that. And I just need to hit him, so turn that off as well. Amazingly, including my -10, I have a +11 to hit.
Versus touch.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, you don't have a whole lot of wiggle room there. When you're hit, you're hitting very close to his touch again. But
Yeah.
you technically shoot him in the eye.
This janky-ass pistol.
But it's enough that he can't quite see properly, and everyone has 20% concealment from him. Which also means anyone can stealth check from him now.
Mm-hmm.
Which admittedly could also be a more useful thing. So it's only for one round.
And finally, to wrap things up, I will stealth and 5-foot step into this basement.
Well, attempt to stealth first.
Apparently, I was drawing a line. Whoops.
No, you were dragging part of your hat.
Oh, my hat.
Oh dear, this is where your drawings come back to bite you.
I know. 17. I'll 5-foot step there.
You better hope Lyle wasn't perceptive.
Yeah.
Do you think Lyle was very perceptive, Sideline?
No.
Was he perceptive in life?
No. Actually, he kind of was. I don't remember.
Well, you've made your stealth check. Are you dropping into the basement?
Yeah.
Okay, you're in the basement. You have cover. Quite a lot of cover, actually, right now. Total cover, to be precise.
Yep.
Actually, technically you have improved cover down there from it. Which technically means if you tried throwing a range attack at you right now, you'd have a +8 AC. You know, there is a large part of building in the way.
Yeah, because that helps everything else around here.
Well, you know, normally he thunders through buildings, though.
Delaying tactic.
Yeah.
So, Jortes.
Do we want to use him to strip buffs? I would like to.
Well,
I prefer we run.
I mean, how is Lyle looking at this point? Because we've dealt well over 200 damage to him.
He still looks like he's up for a very good fight.
Fuck.
I say we run.
I'm not running yet. I want to at least try and get at least one of these fucking poisons off.
Yeah.
So at this point, I've used them. They'll stay on my weapons until I actually hit something with them, but they're basically gone now. And he's the only thing they would have been effective on. So if you want to call a retreat on your turn, whatever, but on mine I want to at least try to hit him. And if we strip buffs off him, then there's a lot better chance of hitting him.
I'm not actually completely sure what to do here. Because on the one hand, these are poisons specifically meant to kill werewolves.
Zachi's under defensive. Jortes, go for the throat.
Well, here's a question, Tinder.
Hmm?
Do you feel lucky?
I never do, but it's never stopped me before.
Well,
Good
there
attitude.
you go.
Let's try it.
All right. In which case, you call him for his aid that the magical defenses are getting in the way. As Azachi will proceed to kind of break out from his formation of fighting random werewolves and undead outside of the local immediate area. As he will charge in, throwing his sword to one side. As he proceeds to coat his claws in what looks like it's coated in blood, yet it's glowing very brightly and almost a sickly dark color. The blood is clearly not human blood, whatever he's covered it in. as he will proceed to basically throw himself at the rent cigar. And, well, whatever he seems to sunder in with his claws with, you certainly see the magic around him kind of crackle and, like, try to fight against it. As certainly some wards seem to break down, though Azachi is then proceeded to be thrown through one of the buildings on the far side of the map.
Bye, Azachi.
Hi, Azachi. Bye, Azachi.
Thanks.
He did his best, but, the Rensgar is... He can only tank one blow, really. Well,
Yeah.
he could have tanked probably more, but, eh. Ow, that hurt. But certainly some of its wards seem to have got broken by whatever stuff seemed to have just got seeped into it. Hopefully it's enough.
At least that's something. I guess for its movement, Jortes will fly down within melee, like basically adjacent but above. So I believe that put him 15 foot up.
Well,
Or 20 foot.
technically though, it does still have the ability to take tax opportunities.
I am still invisible.
Is it true? Okay, continue.
So 20 foot up, if he's 15 foot tall. Oops, not the clock, don't want the clock. And... Right, I think I'm going to go with the one which was designed to kill Torrent. So, as he's moving...
I would go with that
Wolfsbane.
crazy Wolfsbane shit.
Well, either way, I want to have the other dagger out as well, just as a backup kind of thing. So, for like next round, basically. So, free action, drop my silver sword, so I'm now holding no silver weapons, but I'm fighting a fucking werewolf. Swift action, eject my magic dagger from my other wrist sheath. There's things I prepared on the way here. And then I guess I will try to stab him with the Masterwork dagger, the one with the batshit weird Wolfbane's poison on. I really wish this was a magical weapon, but it's not, and there's nothing I can do about that now. I think that macro is correct. Come on. Oh, that's such a bad roll. 20.
20 is not enough to hit.
Oh, I knew it. And I don't have anything... Yeah, that's correct.
Yes, AC might have been reduced, but that's not enough.
Is that including all the stuff like the +2 from being invisible?
That's not including bonuses from being invisible, the fact that he cannot currently see me, or the fact that I'm flanking.
It's like a
So really,
+6
it's
you forgot to
4.
adjust.
Jesus Christ, Tinder.
I was thinking of other things!
Right, so you're invisible, which is +2.
Right, so
You're
that's 22.
flanking with the ground, which is +2.
That's
You have higher
24.
ground, which is +1.
That's 25.
And then shouldn't this be flat-footed because he's invisible?
Unless he has things that
Yes.
allow him to not
Yes.
be flat-footed.
It would also be flat-footed, so you do stab him with the...
Oh my god!
God damn it.
Please consider your bonuses, people.
Not our job to
I
pay
was
attention to
thinking-
these things.
I was
Yes, it
thinking
is.
of other things. I'm sorry.
Don't worry, I'm apparently here to keep people on track half the time.
Mm-hmm.
So, I need a fort save against whatever the hell that poison was, because I never actually worked it out properly. I worked bits and pieces out, which I apparently never wrote down or can't find where I wrote it down. That's a nat 1. That's an auto-fail.
Oh, thank god.
He turns into a construct.
Sideline.
He turns into a statue, replaces the one he threw.
That'll do. We're going home. Fuck it.
And you're telling me the target of this poison is a werewolf?
Well,
Yes.
technically, yes.
Alright. In which case, on the first turn, it takes 7 strength and 7 con damage.
Yeah, that's nice.
Which, I mean, if you accept that, isn't bad.
I'd like more if there's more available.
I mean, this is the first turn.
So
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a CR16 creature, so it... Oh my god, times 6, that's a lot of fucking health he just lost!
It's a fair number of hit points you just lost.
On the downside, I am now visible,
Also-
directly above his head.
Also, can you roll your goddamn sneak attack damage?
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god!
I need another 4 there. I need another 4 there.
No.
10.
No, you need to be all of that because of D5 you're rolling.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I knew there was a 5 in there somewhere.
Tinder, as soon as your turn's over, get a glass of water and just for a moment.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a drink. That's my turn.
Oh my god.
Wait, Tinder, there's more.
There's more?
Because your debilitating strike. Do you want to lower his attack power, his defense, or his movement?
Not his
Attack
movement
power.
because he's currently pinned. Yeah, let's go with attack.
I mean, you're only giving him a penalty, which admittedly might not change much if he does everyone. You know,
I mean, it's -2 to everyone else, -6 to me.
Yep. Yep, that would be the situation. You could apply that to either AC or to basically to attack power. One or the other.
don't.
And
hit
we
anyone.
just lowered
you're
his
no longer
strength.
allowed to attack anyone.
My two to attack is not a lot, but still, it might help.
Every little counts. Now
10%.
I'm going to go get a drink.
All right.
I'll kill a puppy for 10% in XCOM.
Sarah.
Oh my god. Okay, now that Varenskar has been poisoned and everything, how is it looking?
It's still looking pretty fight worthy, though it's not quite looking. You know, it's not looking like the invincible monster quite so now, and it's clearly showing some of its marks now.
See, because the thing is, I feel like it's got to be able to get like its full hit attack on anyone now, and looking at their hit points, we're not going to survive that. So I'm trying to think of a way to help that way.
Yeah, but it does have a 20% chance to miss. Plus,
Oh yeah,
whatever
because that's helped
it
us
has
so
to-
many
Plus
times.
a -2 to hit, plus a -3 strength, which also means like a -5 damage.
Should I just do more damage, friend?
Just keep throwing damage on it.
I mean, unless you can reduce its hit by even more, but
Yeah, I mean, I could try and dispel more of its stuff on it.
Spelling is a bit sort of meh, honestly. The spelling for me, it's like first round or nothing.
I mean, I could try and hit it, but Vicious, everyone's in melee with it.
What do
So
you
my
got
to
to
hit
hit
is
with
currently
it?
garbage. Stone Discus or Bone Shaker?
can't Bone Shaker deal ability damage?
No.
Though you do have the Bone Breaker braces right now, Torin.
Oh right, yes, I forgot about those. For reminding me. Although it's a DC 14 will save, so
Possible he fails.
Nat one's a thing.
He's got like a 25% chance of failing.
No, I'm going to try and empower the Bone Shaker. I need a Varenskar to make me a will save. Wait, no, actually. That spell was really good. No, I'm going to go with thingy.
Stone Discus?
Yeah, I'm going to fly up more so I get the better to hit bonus. Let's fly up another 30 feet. I can't put it to. Okay. Let's try and remember that. 30, 60.
Which is only a +1 to hit, but hey.
I'll take everything I can get. So, let's see. I can make 5 attacks. These are touch attacks, thankfully. I think.
That does make it significantly better for the touch attacks.
A quick check practice touch attacks. These are not touch attacks. Never mind. I'm going back to Bone Shaker.
That's fair.
So I need a will save, please.
Does it have spell resistance?
Yes. Also, this is empowered. So yeah, it has spell resistance.
You must fight its spell resistance.
Is that a cast level check? I can never remember.
Yep, it's cast level.
Caster level.
Fuck. Can I have anything to reroll this with?
Fortune
No, it's
Shards?
concentration.
It's
Concentration,
technically a kind of skill check.
It's the
not a
second-
save, so it's not an auto fail.
Cast level check. No, I'm just going to be over here. Good luck, guys. I've been useless this fight.
As your spell flies in and kind of like the almost tribal-like blood-drawn kind of like markings across it seem to just deflect the magic as they glow.
Short test, lick your thumb and wipe out some of the runes.
which case, Spencer, I hear you want to murder people. Yes, you do. You're a little murderer, aren't you?
No. Like, really? No, please.
Alright, time for a show, I think.
No.
That thing above just stabbed you.
No, I didn't.
Like
no, I didn't.
So for our first magic trick tonight, everyone.
No.
Are you ready?
No.
It's going to proceed to try and go ahead and murder Jortes.
No.
That's our first trick for tonight.
No, don't like. Bad touch.
Which, well, we'll see how well it does. Jortes? Jortes?
Yes.
Tinder.
In water.
I forgot. I unmuted myself on the stream and forgot to unmute myself for you guys.
Thank you.
Wow.
Normally it's the other way around.
He's going to try. What's your AC right now?
Not good enough.
What's your AC right now?
I believe it is 24. Oh, hang on. It should be 23. I still have small size included. Christ. I'm doing the downtime stuff. Either way you hit. Either way.
Well, that's a hit. And here comes the second one.
I'm dead. I'm dead, guys. Just straight up. Negative health, dead.
No, you're not.
I will be.
Because now it needs to roll for concealment.
That's true.
It's true. You have a 1 in 5 chance of it just flat out missing you. So on a 1, you're safe.
Crap. I'm dead.
Alright. So, first swing, deals 15 damage.
Still standing.
Second hit, deals 15
Still
damage.
standing.
And it will now turn to
Drink grab you.
and now it will rend you.
Oh god, not rend.
I think it's rend. I can't remember which way around it always it goes.
It is rend.
Yeah.
Is it rend's the automatic damage on 2 hits?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay. Yay! Damage, Tinder.
Okay, now I know I haven't used my resiliency because I actually got touched like once in the last fight.
So you're probably going to trigger it now. 17.
Yes, I'll trigger it, and I believe I'll still be at a -2.
But you won't be fervent to natives.
No, but I do have to ask, how does falling unconscious matter with flight?
With the fly spell, you feather fall to the ground slowly.
Oh good. Oh good.
However, however, as you kind of slowly float down to the ground,
He
So
grabbed
we'll
me
make
and
that
slams.
no. He does seem to glow a little bit. His various markings glowing. As a little bit of your blood seems to just kind of soak into them.
You bastard.
As he seems to roar out a bloodthirsty rage. He'll then proceed to bite Forok. Forok!
Yep.
Come here, boy!
No. Could
Yes.
hit roll for concealment?
And then does it? Okay, I think I have 30 at the moment. Okay.
No, I don't have 30. I have 27.
Misses!
Oh yeah, he misses you, Mr. Health.
And this is the point where the Rent Scar kind of looks around, snarling and howling again, like it's expecting reinforcements. Like, where the hell are they?
Everyone hit this.
As also you proceed as anyone who is slightly perceptive at all may see a column of divine fire go off somewhere in the north.
Sadly,
Nice.
I'm unconscious.
But a column of divine fire seems to go off, and you hear some werewolves being roasted. Something else is fighting the werewolves, and you don't know what it is.
Okay.
But something else is holding off the reinforcements from getting to you.
There's nothing you can do to get me up, is there?
Sarah, do you have a familiar at the moment? You have a bat, right?
Yep.
I'm going to give you a pro tip. Your bat is good enough at stealth that it can probably just stealth straight up to Jorteth and give him a potion.
Yeah, okay, that's an idea.
That'll be after my turn.
Because given the situation, the Renskar is not the best thing in the world at seeing things.
Especially when, it's just been shot in the eye.
I'm going to have to bring that up. It was
its
turn, poison.
That's a fair point, though counteraction, it was also one turn of concealment.
Well, yeah, but also, could you roll the poison?
Yeah, I was considering the poison being on Jortess's turn, but yeah, if it's on the Renskar girl's turn.
Technically, at the end of its turn, the poison must trigger.
There you go, then.
So, how are you doing this time for your fortitude save, sir? Not good enough.
Yay.
You'll take an extra d6 of strength, a d6 of con.
That was sad.
However, that's enough on both of them, however, to be an increment or 2 increments.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That's another, 16 health it lost.
Well, depending on how many hit dice it has, but potentially 16 health, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to try and exploit weakness defensively. Fuck.
It's not happening.
Nope. It sees through you. Or more, it's just moving so erratically that even 4 can't judge it.
Yep. So I am going to flurry of blows it.
You
So,
like 5 foot
any of-
step underneath it as well.
I was gonna consider my 5-foot step after.
Okay.
Sadly, that isn't a hit in that set, I don't think. No.
Yeah,
Close! But no.
Oh, motherfucker.
You got close.
Okay.
But close doesn't count for much.
Now, I can 5-foot step diagonally, yeah?
Yeah.
Even including diagonally upwards.
Okay, so...
Because technically three-dimensional diagonals also exist. So.
Oh. And I'm going to 5-foot step over and up.
Sideline!
Mm-hmm.
It seems pissed.
Yeah, I can see that. Sarah, what's your plan?
It also seems to have a bit of a bloodlust running right now.
Yeah.
Hey, you know that place we were just at?
Which one?
The one we were just at, I kept a bunch of stuff from that. It's the mud.
What? Oh!
Oh, the silver mud.
You're gonna throw it in his eyes, aren't you?
I'm hoping to.
Go, Sarah, go. Be a hero. Sideline. Go for the eyes.
Keep in mind, this
Go
was
for
a
the
bunch of
eyes, boo.
shrunken mud, so this is a lot of mud.
Oh, shit.
So it's not so much over the eyes, it's more just over the creature.
Wait, so are we going to potentially have a boss battle that might end up being won because Sarah is a hoarder? Or
Yes.
a hoarder?
I mean, okay, no wait. I have helped win combats before by being a hoarder. Remember the giant rust monster statue?
I'm just saying, you know, when a victory comes from your hoarding, I'm sure it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
It justifies your
Just
hoarding.
kinda.
Okay,
It's
am I
really
gonna go?
helped that we both hoarded.
I'm gonna, go for the eye shot.
Go for
Again.
the eyes, boo.
It was nice.
It's gonna have to go see an optician after this.
I know. So let's go for
going around with glasses on.
Let's go for the left eye this time because just switch up things.
You need symmetry.
That's a hit.
That's a hit into his left eye.
Damage.
It barely scratches it, but hey, at least it's silver.
Yeah, silver and magic.
Mm.
God.
Because there's two different sets of DR running here. DR 10 magic versus arrows, and DR 10 silver.
God damn it. I guess I'll sit here now.
Jortes, please roll your I am dying.
No, I'm not.
You are stable.
I could have used that earlier.
Yeah, I really could have used that earlier, but
Sarah! How we doing?
Okay, Regulus,
Okay.
using the Hand of a Mage, can take one of my potions of Cure Serious Wounds. He's going to get into position to get near Jortes.
Okay. He is ready. Next turn, he can spend a full round action to basically shove it down his throat.
I'm going to lose another turn. That sucks.
Move action, Handy Haversack, pull up the bunch of shrunken mud I had. And I'm not going to half-ass this.
You telekinetically throwing your mud.
Yes. Now, is there a reason for me to use telekinesis with this, other than to get in a very good position?
So you don't get punched in the face, and also Sarah is a.
Well, I meant as in like if I have there's a difference between telekinesis and telekinetic volley.
Just telekinetic volley, because we'll expand and hit it in the head anyway. Hopefully.
I guess. Well,
Your main point is you need to hit it. Luckily, it doesn't have stuff like Shield of Faith and similar things running at the moment. So
yeah. I'll just try telekinetic volley. Now, what was my bonus to hit with this?
Because damn it, the Shield of Faith was being used against you sideline.
I know.
Okay, touch it. I imagine this will be a touch it. Yeah, because I only just have to hit it off the surface.
You're not trying to bite. You're not trying to break its armor.
There you go, Sarah.
I mean, I want a critical confirmation. Wow. That can matter.
In its mouth.
Crit confirm.
So that's 3 20s in a row there.
Exploding critical. Exploding critical.
I'm going to allow the exploding critical. Let's see. Let's roll again.
Hot damn, J-Mac.
Well, this is where all my lucks went recently.
You know, this is the kind of point where you wish you had improved critical for spells.
Mm-hmm.
Which is the thing you can take. In which case, this would keep going.
Okay. In this moment, Sarah's just very pissed.
Okay, then.
She's seen her boyfriend fall, and she is pissed.
I'll toss you away.
Alright. I'm trying to consider exactly what the effect will be of this. I was not expecting you to roll that well. Alright. Okay. Firstly, the creature is sickened.
Good. Now you see what it's like.
Wait, we're going to proceed. It is sickened. Because I'm treating this with like some similar things. It's going to take a d6. Those its mental stats going down.
Boop, 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 boop.
It is staggered. Which also, of course, means Medusa's Wrath. Also, only one attack per turn.
Don't forget the eye shot from sideline for 20% concealment on all foes.
Mm-hmm. And the last part is Sarah is also going to deal some damage to it.
Nice.
40d6, please.
You're going to go ahead and deal 3d6 points of damage, and it looks like 3 times.
Nice. So just roll 3 d6s.
Well, in this case, it's 96 in total. So.
Oh yeah, that also works.
I'll keep it in mind that for like improvised item builds, that mud is a ×3 weapon.
Well, this deck she got exploding critical.
That's true.
So it was for each time she kind of exploded onwards. It's like, okay, come.
So it's sickened, staggered, and took a bunch of ability damage.
Mm-hmm. Which matters also because it was receiving bonuses like equal to its X mod, which have gone down. So probably its charisma modifier, knowing Lyle, but you know.
Also it's minus whatever to.
Also it's gone down by 1 point.
Nice. Look, I'll take the damage from a ball of mud.
That was a really good turn.
Sadly, Sarah does not have much in the way of mud left.
Yeah.
How you doing?
It's overrunning you.
Okay, what's its CMD? Or CMB?
It's got a pretty good CMB. Then again, it's also suffering other conditions.
Yeah, well, I have a CMD of 39.
This is true.
It's worth noting I'm like 60 feet up in here.
It doesn't so care with what it's trying to do.
How do you stop a ranged guard from charging? Put Thorhawk in front of it!
I'm checking something. You can attempt to overrun. When you attempt to overrun... it doesn't have to make a check because it's 2 size categories bigger than you.
He big.
So it just
literally just steps over you.
Pretty much. Like, you couldn't hold it back, basically. So yeah, because it makes...
Wasn't it also foot stomped?
That's true, it was foot stomped. That is a fair point, it can't do that. You save Sarah from the leaping charge. I think he was going to do a leaping charge up at Sarah.
So, what was that you were saying about being able to just step over Thork?
Well, you can't overrun.
I've got your foot!
Somehow. Fine. You know what?
Sorry, Thork.
It's going to go ahead and try using this ability, then. It's going to go ahead and try to grab Thorok again.
39.
Well, it will do it as part of an attack, because it can just really do it as part of an attack, so... You know, it might as well try to kill you at the same time.
That's fair.
There is no disadvantage to trying to kill you. Sadly, though, this is not looking pretty. Because how was your AC?
27. Plus it has concealment against me, so 1-5. It misses!
I mean, it's suffering a bunch of conditions right now, and it only gets 1 attack this turn, so no more effect.
Powerful attack.
Okay.
And hang on. It's had its turn. Poison.
Oh, it's a good thing I seconded it, actually, because that might help you.
Yeah, because that lowers its saves.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's actually bonus on top. But bonus on top is not enough to counteract that.
Oh, thank God.
We shall kill it with ability damage.
You might.
This is working, guys.
It's very slow process, though.
That's another 2 strength and con. That's 10 con and 11 strength. It
technically still has more strength and con than any of you in the group, though.
But we're cutting its HP by just swaths and lowering its attacks.
It's got to have lost a third of its strength and con by now.
Okay, do I exploit offensively or defensively? I'm tempted to go for offense because I can reduce his wrath. Offense?
Offense. If you're just because this is one of the few times you're gonna be able to reduce his wrath.
Offense?
It's just gonna be worse.
Damn.
You saw it.
I'm sorry, I'm not big.
Torin doesn't know how to exploit weakness.
I'd be slightly worried if you were Big B.
It would actually explain an oddly large amount.
Yeah.
What? Big B's baby face?
Not just that, but...
Big B's baby face is just whenever Torn shaves.
Okay.
Nice.
That's not bad.
There's at least 2 hits.
So I need a Fortitude save for Stunning Fist, and I need...
I suppose it actually does matter, because if he's stunned, he will have less defense, so...
Not that I'd think it mattered for any other than the last one.
Oh!
That's
a fail.
In which case you have 1, 2, 3, 4 hits.
I also need a DC 14 will save, according to the Bonebreaker Bracers. However, I sincerely doubt it's going to fail, but I'm trying.
We'll all try.
If this
entire
works...
combat has been trying.
Wait, what?
Technically that should have been too high, but still a fail.
Do I reduce its strength, dex, or con?
Con.
Con.
-6 con.
If we keep lowering its con, its saves are going to get worse and worse.
Actually, I think I want to lower its strength by 3 just to reduce its ability to hit things.
No. Because if the poison keeps on it, that's going to be great.
And it's already staggered, remember, so it's only getting 1 attack per turn anyway. And it's staggered for a few more turns at least.
Okay. -6 con.
Alright, there goes another basically 60 hit points. Just shy.
Yep. And I'm going to 5-foot step directly upward.
It's no longer looking as healthy as it used to.
I'd hope not.
It's at this point it's starting to look, pretty scratched and banged up.
I'd like to think it's getting worried, considering up until now, pretty much everything it's faced, it would have just steamrolled.
As you've managed to get it to the point now where it's got below the 50% health mark, which is pretty good. So.
Fuck's sake! What are we fighting? This is stupid.
I mean, you're technically a little bit more than 50% past, but you get the point, right?
I don't even have my gun.
If you had your gun with you, you would have just called shot. You would have just put all your points into one shot and destroyed it instantly. You know this sideline.
Yeah.
That's what you would have done. This makes the fight more interesting. Speaking of sideline, you hiding in that house of yours, which is on fire. Also, do you have any fire resist?
No.
Take 5d6 fire damage from being in there for so long.
5d6?
It's a burning house. It's a lot of fire.
Ow.
But you may proceed.
I'm not being on fire.
An entire building on fire is a lot of fire. It's a fair point.
I'm gonna step over here. It's still not technically in cover.
I mean, yeah, you have some cover from it, less, but you have cover.
Yeah. And I'm gonna take shots at it.
It's not your building's already missing the roof, so
It's stunned, so I'm not gonna do a cold shot. Turn that on. Swift action, turn on justice.
Which is damage.
Yep, for some reason. Shh, don't question it.
It's just nice.
The just thing to do is destroy it?
I guess.
Come on, sideline. Alpha strike.
This isn't Yu-Gi-Oh! Turn.
Well, due to its current situation, those are all hits.
I know.
Jortis is still dying, but not dying stable.
I think
I was gonna say, he's not dying.
First of all, potion.
Jortis has now fed a potion.
I wish I could have delayed my turn until after Sarah's.
You're unconscious, you don't have the choice of delay.
I know, but I wish I could have.
There, have a tasty potion.
Yeah,
Gain
to 19.
Gain 21 hit points and wake up.
Now what do I do?
That was no action for you because that was your familiar doing.
Stone discus.
It's stunned and debuffed.
See, I'd love to do that, but that would use up a 5th level slot.
Also, quick question: because I'm now conscious, would I be shunted out from his square, or
you're small enough, you can share a space with it.
All right, good enough.
And do you think I'll be using telekinesis?
You're basically a tiny-sized creature in your own space.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you? Oh, you know what you could do?
What?
Sarah, do you have any boulders left?
I gave them to Jortes.
All of them?
I only had one.
Fuck.
Remember that fight we had with the kobolds? I used all my boulders up there.
Do you have any other large objects?
Not really, no.
She hasn't had time to restock.
Yeah, we've been kind of busy. And also I keep on forgetting.
Could you use telekinesis to create a wall of rubble here for Jortes to flank with?
See, I don't really want to spend my entire turn to give someone a +2 bonus.
No, it's obviously
no. +2
okay,
plus
I guess there's that.
attack.
Yeah, that's primarily why I had Dark
Plus, if
Stand
Jortes hits, that could mean
Well, if that's what you're wanting, I can do you one better. Let me go quickly look at the lizard spell list. Need a surface.
Wall of Ice is 3rd level.
No, it isn't. That's for summoners.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just some form of wall that he can't move through.
And alternatively, I could flank with you.
I mean, if you want to come into melee with him, you are welcome.
I mean, its to hit bonus is being crippled at the moment.
It's also only having 1 attack. Is it? Or is that
actually,
no
it's not
longer?
having any attack this turn.
It's true. It's currently stunned. You can just move in. You can move in without any attack opportunity.
But it is its turn next, and then it would have its attack of opportunities back.
Considering all the penalties it's taken, I might just want to try and trip it. But I have ice.
Please don't crush me.
Context. I have ice spears, and they get more bonuses the more of them I actually use on people, and we're in a cold environment.
Yeah, and you could create a structure that it can't move away from here. So
the ice spears would technically take up space. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Now, okay, how much damage does this do? It's 4d6 technically.
Is it cold damage? Piercing damage?
It's cold, then piercing.
I can tell you I can tell you this is not probably going to do much in the way of damage.
That's fine, as long as it gets the trips. So I need...
The reason why is, of course, cold damage is not going to affect Lyle that much, and the piercing damage is not silver.
I need 2 reflex saves.
you only have 2 spears.
It's every 4 levels, or 10th.
Okay. I thought it was every 3.
Nope. If it was every 3 vampires,
it turns out this is Lyle's worst save.
And
Yeah,
it's
he
also
is
taken a
huge.
bunch of
Oh, it
penalties.
was. Then we crippled his con.
That's a fail. That's a fail.
Nice.
Okay. Now, what is the CMB for this? It's your cast level 10 plus 4 plus another 10. Would you currently count this as like a cold environment?
Yes.
Okay, then it's another 4, so it's plus 28. The trip.
With a 41, and with ability damage on top, he's downed.
Oh, come on.
No, this is good. He can't get up on
Now
his
you
turn.
can stand up.
Oh, I thought it meant downed as in dead.
No. Sarah's dealing like no damage to the thing of this spell. This thing got too much DR on cold resist.
Let's see if I do anyway. Okay, that's probably a no.
No. It doesn't care.
Wow, that second hit was awful.
But hey, you know.
But look, Jortes is practically guaranteed to hit it right now.
I mean, I am currently prone myself, but I can just fly back onto my feet.
Yeah, I mean, you can literally 5 foot fly onto your feet again in the square.
Plus, it'll be my turn, so I can flank.
Well, I mean, you're already. I mean, he'd already be flanking because all Jortes have to do is fly north 1 square, and then he'd be flanking you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because after all, you know, that is a flank.
That's why I had you move there, or why I asked you to.
Fort save.
Did I have to make one to break out stuff?
No. Poison.
Oh, yes. Because I was about to say, stun is over.
I'm glad I just reduced its con by,
This is what we were saying.
It's probably going to
That's
pass this
another
turn.
-3 on his fort save. I mean, even if he passes on this turn, you know, it's done a hell of a lot. I got far more mileage out of it than I thought I would.
True.
That looks like a fail.
Don't know what the DC is.
You don't know what the DC is, as it seems to slowly... Like, it doesn't seem to get any worse this turn.
So it's a 2-save poison, at least.
Since it's a werewolf, there is 1 additional save, since he's a werewolf, than on a normal person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Work.
Well, since Jortes can flank there, I don't have to move. And,
You think you're welcome for it.
is it still staggered?
No. Yes, actually. It's still staggered for at least 1 more turn.
Okay, then.
On its next turn, basically, it's unstaggered again. So...
So...
That's the attack of
Do I exploit offensively or
offensively. Because unless you bypass the remember.
So offense, yes.
Nice.
It's through DR.
Mm-hmm.
Medusa's wrath.
Pummel, 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 pummel.
Are you not using power attack?
No, because I'm already fighting defensively.
Oh, okay.
I need a DC 19 fort save.
Which means he doesn't need it at the moment to be fighting defensively, but you know.
I want to be fighting defensively.
He can't attack.
There's at least 3 hits for Ergo, so that's good.
Yeah, you definitely get 3 hits, which is pretty good.
28 damage, I'll take it.
Also, that was a stunning fist, so you can see, so I need to save. 5 of them. It's stunned! Stun lock, stun lock, stun lock. So yes, but as well. So.
Sideline. It's it.
It's ultra pissed it doesn't have its followers here right now who would be able to help it out.
Well, Sideline's feeling a little bit more brave now. He's going to... You know what? He's going to go for broke. I'm going to do dead shot.
Keep in mind it is prone.
Oh.
Which is +4 AC to it from range attacks.
That still doesn't matter. That's fine. I'll still do a dead shot. Actually, no, I won't. Fire, the bonus from being prone is already put into this, so... Fire.
I was going to say, you could have readied action to dead shot, couldn't you?
I could have, but I'm not that motivated.
But you can't really action dead shot against a full attack.
That's true. It's a full round action.
But, bang, bang.
Mm-hmm.
It's still going, but, you know, you've heard it.
My gun's probably red hot at this point. It's just steaming.
So it's still staggered and it's still stunned, yes?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not going to be doing a whole lot on its turn.
Nothing on its turn, pretty much. Unless there's any free actions it wants to pull off.
Okay, so I'm just going to 5 foot. That would still take a move action, wouldn't it? Because I'm prone.
No, it wouldn't.
Nope,
Because you're flying.
Good. In that case,
you can basically fly onto your feet.
If I can do that and still full attack, I will do that and still full attack.
Sounds like you're still doing that in full attacking.
Right, in that case...
Full attack.
Let's see, this is +2 for flanking, +4 for attacking a prone creature in melee.
Mm-hmm.
That's a +6 total. That should TM already be programmed in. Do I get any other bonuses? I'm not invisible anymore. I don't have height bonus, and yeah, I think that's it. That should be that macro. Doop-a-doop. Oh shit! I also forgot. I meant to ask something. Can you do a swift action mid? It doesn't matter. It's too late now. It's too late now.
You can.
You can.
No, I was going to ask whether I could renew the poison before the second dark light dagger using the swift action dagger poison thingy, but
yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, I believe that 31 hits with the kill torn poison. Then the masterwork dagger just does its own thing. It's empty now. It's just there for an extra attack. And then the swift action random poison. I don't know. I don't know. Why is that?
Right.
So much damage.
And can I have 3 sets of sneak attack?
Yeah, I'm just wondering why I've got 3 max damage on that dagger, but oh well.
Yeah,
So
you're
3
taking
lots of sneak attack. 1, 2, 3.
-3 on damage somewhere.
Yeah,
oh, second.
Second would be lowering damage, I believe.
Yeah, -2 to damage rolls and -2 to ability checks, which would give you another -1. So yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yep. Yeah, man. Did I just waste my poison and kill it?
It's not dead. Also, we roll D100 to see what the second poison was.
100. 18.
Petrification.
Huh. No.
It is, isn't it?
No. 18 on the current list. Well, it's very Jortes.
Oh God, what have I done? That could mean so many things.
You just knocked it unconscious, didn't you?
Drow, sleep poison.
Okay, guys, I have a proposition. We all group together and collectively at once coup de grace it.
Sure.
Counts as my kill.
It counts as Jortes' kill.
I'm genuinely
Jortes, you killed Lyle again.
Don't you dare try and make me feel bad about this. And I will never get to know what that anti-torn poison did.
Well, it did do something, but I can't tell you what it's done. Done something. So, okay, in which case, every single person, give me a coup de grace attempt.
Does it have to be with a weapon?
A coup de grace can be performed with any weapon, or it can be performed with any spell that has an attack roll, but you must stand within 5 feet of the creature and it before performing it, and you must do it as a full. Yeah, it must be done as a full. Basically, you must cast it, and then next turn spend a full round action doing it.
Right. Okay. I want to use Empowered Stone Discus because I'm not taking any chances with this.
Yeah, so basically, the first turn, you cast a spell, then you hold the charge. Basically, you hold the stone discus. Next turn, you throw it.
This is basically an automatic critical hit, isn't it?
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, the mace is only a ×2 modifier. That sucks.
Mm-hmm. Maces are only times 2.
Shouldn't you be coup de gracing with your cruel dagger?
Possibly. I was comparing potential damage. Because, I mean, I could...
Magic.
Yeah, I suppose we do need magic. Yeah. It's magical, but it's not silver. Whereas I have silver, but not magical.
Well, the thing is, its DR is silver, though.
Yeah,
it's magic.
It's protection. It's enchantments for protecting against...
That's protection from arrows!
Yeah.
These aren't arrows, so...
No, it's not.
Yeah, that is a good question. What about, multiple attacks and everything here?
It's a single attack.
Got it.
So I get 1 discus.
Yes.
Oh well, I'll take it.
Well, I'm going to use my silver short sword in that case. Along with sneak attack, sadly, is not multiplied on a crit. But that's another 16 from me. Wow, I nat 1 that crit confirm. Wow.
So, any more attacks?
Question: should Torin join in? No, I'm just kidding. He's unconscious somewhere.
Go Regulus. Wait, hold on. What's a bat's attack?
Regulus.
In fairness, for this, given it is so monumental, if someone wants to, they could unbury Azachi from the rubble to help also coup de grace.
Sure.
He deserves it. He's the reason we were able to do this.
I really want Torin here for it, but at the same point,
the problem is Torin is like an hour and a half away in the city.
I know.
And he'd probably try and rescue Lyle.
But it turns out, Azachi's just buried under some rubble. Admittedly, he's critically wounded, but he can still give a killing blow.
He's just taking a nap.
Go Azachi, go.
Sure.
Lovely one non-lethal.
I mean, technically, as long as you deal some form of damage, which admittedly he doesn't because DR.
Aww.
But he tried.
Like,
Can I attempt to? Oh yeah, I forgot. Can I attempt to recon my exploit weakness because I am not used to playing Thorok.
That doesn't change damage though.
Yes.
Burns through DR.
That you can do. Yeah.
Yep, you're good.
Fucking yeah.
Sideline? Are you joining it? Oh, you've done yours.
Yeah, he already has.
Yep, didn't see it.
Has the stone discus been done?
Yep. Did
Yep, I got
37.5.
So we just need Azachi's.
Mine bypasses silver, thankfully.
Turns out he's still alive. He wakes up. Oh no!
And we're all around him. Shit, run away!
Mine bypasses cold iron, silver, and magic.
Congratulations, guys. You have burned through stage 1 of 3.
Well, bosses usually do have multiple forms.
I'm pretty sure in this case.
Fortunately, I killed his first form a year ago.
Yeah. I was gonna say, yeah, we already killed one phase of this boss, and that was the demons. We killed the second phase, which is Scorn. Just the last one.
Oh god. Someone almost gave me a heart attack.
Well, because that's that. That he will crit on a 1, because that's what he's got at the moment. Because in fairness, that's the current situation.
That's how I did it.
Dirt. Let me just finish entering in little small changes here. And click on that as well. Alright. Is that everything? Nope, 1 second. When you're entering in bonus damage on someone's attack, is it square brackets you use, or
yes?
Is it?
Yeah.
Square bracket. It's double square bracket.
Yeah.
Suppose that will do.
It's not the worst critical hit in the world.
Oh, Sideline doesn't win the damage war. Damn.
Everyone but Thorok did more damage than Jortes.
What did the mini barbarian beat you? Admittedly, in fairness, his greatsword is no joke.
Yeah, Sideline did 58 total, whereas you did 70 something.
No.
He also dealt damage to himself when he did that attack, but it's fine.
Oh, he's got a vicious weapon?
Well, it functions as vicious. It's technically something slightly different, but it functions as vicious. He only has enough HP to tank that, though, so that's fine. Alright, so that's 1 that deals enough damage. Forks deals that much. Short sword does that much, plus sneak attack.
Yep, 16 sneak attack.
Alright. Right.
And I get 5 temporary hit points because I knocked him unconscious with the weapon. But not really.
So as you coup de grace him, as you feel his life about to exit away, one thing you never really paid much attention to was the number of tails his Renzigar had. He had a few.
Oh god, what now?
But one of the tails seems to just kind of burn, kind of just seems to kind of wither and die as the first coup de grace goes off. Then another one. Then another one. Then another one.
Or she does have 9 tails.
He did not get to the point of having 9 tails, luckily for your sideline.
Oh, my God.
He had 5 tails, and he fails all his fortitude saves, meaning he doesn't save any of them. So you kill all 5 of his forms.
Jesus Christ, Lyle. Never do this again.
Admittedly, he's supposed to have triggered these forms halfway through battle, but he's been stunned, so he hasn't been able to trigger them.
Bad dog.
So he dies.
Again.
And proceeds to shrink. And then proceeds to shrink again.
Well,
and turns out it wasn't Lyle after all.
It was actually Robert.
Lyle's cousin.
Well, it doesn't change into anything else. It just shrinks back down into a tiny little thing.
One of you wanted to keep the body, didn't you? Or was that Torin?
No,
yeah,
Thorok wanted to.
Wanted to give him a proper burial down in the Feylands or something.
Okay, well, I'm using my last spell, so I hope we don't have to use anything else. So let's go cast Shrink item on it.
You have a pocket corpse.
Yeah, Sarah will shove that in like one of the sides of her handy haversack, which she never uses.
Lyle
It's
turns
also
into a
filled-
Pomeranian.
It's filled with like multiple breadcrumbs and also probably a lot of lint.
And a corpse.
And now a corpse.
So, Team BC, congratulations, you defeated the fight.
How?
Yay.
I did the calculations on an encounter calculator, and that was described as overpowering.
Yes! This is a trap. Admittedly, he is CR 16 technically only when he has allies around him. Technically.
Yes, fortunately his allies were distracted elsewhere. Unfortunately, both me and Sarah are hoarding motherfuckers.
Because he receives an extra because for each werewolf who's within 60 feet of him, he receives a +1 to all saves and to attack and damage rolls.
Wow.
Oh Jesus.
And he tried calling in his pack, but his pack never arrived.
Why is that?
I think I know why.
It was karma, wasn't it?
No.
Well, if you guys go investigate in the direction you saw the holy fire going off, you're not gonna find much else other than a whole lot of brimstone. Really.
Okay.
Well, a whole lot of brimstone. And one extra thing.
Who is it?
A singular red glass marble.
Anna!
Tempted to eat it. Dark knows why.
Nope. No.
Sideline will pick it up.
It's red hot at the moment. It seems like currently there've been fire magic's been used nearby recently, but
Sideline doesn't feel pain. Good.
Yes. Maybe your intimidate on karma might have worked though.
God, if his pack was here as well, we would have failed.
I mean, if his pack was here, the only way you would defeat it is being at full power when you started the fight.
And even then, if he had like another 3 or 4 wolves around, we wouldn't have.
Well, they probably would have died between, the nuke and the dynamite.
Yeah, but if we came here first, so we were at full strength, we would have probably wanted to have saved them for Escaron.
So as the rubble comes to a close, and you go to evaluate what has happened, time moving on, you're having to beat the shit out of Torin again before morning comes.
I suppose I'll see if I can pick him up a restoration or something along the way.
You're going to have to be hard-pressed.
Yeah.
There has been utter devastation. Utter devastation. This was once a very proud and powerful city. it was one of the most powerful cities in the Eyrie, often vying for second place in the cities in level of power for the cities. Dalburn Port, though, now probably won't even make sixth place, if that.
But the people up here are hardy. They'll rebuild.
But it might take generations upon generations for all that's but done to possibly rebuild, depending how this goes. For throughout this time, the city's population has been decimated, comparatively to how it was. As it goes through, Escorin has been defeated. The werewolf packs can eventually be hunted down and drawn back. But this city, which before had a population of 30-something thousand, maybe even 40,000, now its population less than 10,000. 3/4 of the population is essentially dead from the rampaging attack. It is devastation.
Mm-hmm.
The werewolves were allowed to roam free. They got through the gate, and once they were inside, stopping them from hunting people, it was a lost cause, basically. As good as the city is to defend, once the city internals have been breached, it becomes a prison that people just have to scurry around and try to not get caught before the dawn came. For some of you, this might also be even more hitting, given Elliot has shown off paintings of his city before, and, well, now they'll just be merely holding a visage of memory. The city will never look like that again. Overall, with everything that's happened, though, you have succeeded in your goals, and made powerful friends from this, with everything that has happened. Escorin, at least seems to be defeated. A massive number of werewolves have been stopped. You also managed to rescue some of the others, such as Titus and various of the hostages.
Sweet.
Of which, among those hostages, does include someone, a few individuals actually, of rather noticeable power and importance. It's, well, quite the situation. But overall, the group has won. The dawn will rise. And in doing so, well, maybe a new hope for this land. As a reward from the various people you've rescued, which does include quite a substantial number of people, but notably from some of the people that you sent off Ultimine to go rescue, one of the individuals there you sent off is of particular note. So I'll quickly scroll to find them in here.
Good call on sending Voltamine there.
Yep.
Where the hell is my tab for that? There it is. Gumroll 20, let me open it out. There you go.
No, don't want to. Rah.
One of the people you rescued happened to be a 14-year-old girl who, upon everyone kind of being able to get their situation together, comes to realize who she is.
Daughter of the king.
She is Liza Windcaller. She is the niece of Arya Greymane, the current High Warden, and she is the designated heir to the succession of High Warden for the entire of the Eyrie.
Jesus.
God damn.
Okay, we did a good thing there, guys.
With her death, there would have been no one to no one to take control, and that would have been a succession war. or worse potentially. Well, assuming Arya Greymane died, but it would be perfect cause to start one with no heir. It's quite the situation. But as a reward, Team PC does receive, a bit of a substantial reward for her rescue. The group as a whole receives a check, essentially a check that can be brought to to some of the various banks around the Eyrie, though you're likely to bring it to more than one. The check issued is granting the group the payment of 75,000 gold.
God damn.
Whoop whoop. Now, how many NPCs are we splitting that with?
Jesus Christ.
Voltamine.
Voltamine would definitely like some. He did nearly get deactivated from that fight.
Wait, hold on.
And there's Hecate.
Is Hecate and Eyrie really bothered about money? I expect Eyrie probably will be because she's a dragon.
Well, Arie's mostly getting like Scorn's things out of this.
If you're giving her a Scorn's things, she won't care about the money.
Good.
We did want to trade those to her.
You'll accept money.
Because in that case, it's like, you know what? I've got what I need. I've got something I can add to my hoard. I'm good.
I wouldn't mind that at least.
So yeah, Hecate. Well, she is interested in money, so say she has access to money she needs, though she may ask for a favor after this.
You have my favor.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine.
In fairness, using her services, it's going to come at favors at some point.
Yep.
So the 5 PC, Voltamine, and the kid I forget the name of.
He's actually would certainly. Rowan says he certainly would like some. I mean, he does actually need like equipment to appropriate for his level.
10,741 gold, 2 silver, 8 copper each.
It's a decently large amount of money.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was a powerful situation. And failing any of the objectives caused consequence. As it turns out, the one that you ended up failing the true consequence of was the population of the city. Admittedly, the situation could have gone worse.
Well, they've all been avenged.
Though, certainly, well, not all people would necessarily view your actions in the correct light, especially those who have lost much family. But you made the choice which you believe was the correct one.
Just said your own family runs away.
And you're sticking to it. With it, though, and that done, now the group is going to be simply left to try and pick up the pieces. The ashes still smouldering. The embers still floating around the city from Hecate's nuke, gently caressing about and burning things. The various corpses needing cleaned up, mass graves needing to be built. And all of the wolf's bane that can be found needs to be harvested. Otherwise, this is just going to happen again with a second werewolf attack.
Yep. Because people got bit.
This has been quite a situation. But overall, the group has, for the most part, succeeded.
Woo! To have a party.
The airship arrives a few days later to help pick up the group and help sort things out.
First thing Jortis would like to do when the airship arrives is send a call down to the circus to let them know they've gotten Tidus, he's safe and sound. We'll drop him off when we can, basically.
If you really want to, I could try and tell them beforehand.
It won't be too much of an issue. When it arrives, during the downtime, you can get him back. So that's not going to be an issue. As it stands, when Elliot arrives, well, quite understandably, he's devastated by what he's seeing.
Torin would comfort him, but he's probably still comatose.
Probably.
I'm guessing Elliot's father survived okay?
Elliot's father did survive, as did most of Elliot's family. You stopping Scoran did, in the end, did manage to help preserve the situation there.
Good.
But for now, at least, Elliot will be leaving the airship in Team PC.
Oh, damn it. I needed him.
He's not in an emotional state. His people are in trouble and ruined. It's in clear state, yeah. He's going to be taking this very hard. Incredibly hard, actually.
Well, Sarah just wants to let him know that if he wants some of us to come visit him while this is happening, Sarah's fine with carting some of us over if we're not busy. And if he wants help with anything in the city, he just needs to ask. That's something to miss her.
He'll gloomily nod, but it's hard to tell if he's even fully listening at the moment as he kind of just looks around at the rubble.
I'll write a note. Sarah pats him on the head.
It's bad. But, Team PC, you are victorious, as this chapter kind of draws to a close, as winter sets in fully. It's going to be a cold winter, it looks like. And not one to be forgotten. But congratulations, the chapter is over.
Woo!
Team PC, please consider your level ups.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
As at the end of the downtime, you will all officially be leveled up.
Oh.
Oh. Oh shit, I'm not training into Rogue this time, I'm training into other things.
As your characters can spend this month basically training themselves up to move yourselves into, well, you guys have now become paragons. You reach level 11. You will be forever remembered now in history books. The legend lore spell will be able to pull information out of you from the ether. You are known to the universe itself. Even the gods will now be taking a personal interest in all your actions from this point on.
Torin intends to capitalize on that immediately.
You've become people of note. Make it count.
I get it.
Because it's an important level. So now, feel free to gloat about whatever abilities you get now. Have fun.
Urban Commando.
Guys. I finally get the ability to cast Detect Magic.
Oh my god! I have no idea what I'm getting at, because...
I will need to talk to you, Torin, over the next few days.
There's a sad thing about my level up.
Hmm?
It technically gets rid of any reason for me to get a mage tower.
Oh.
Because I get this, which I'll post in a second.
But you have to get a Mage's Tower. I've already told kids you're going to.
I know, but I get that.
At level 15, your unprovoked connection is so... I mean, that's only when you use the Harrod bloodline.
Yeah, but I can just do that whenever.
And that also stops you having any people or followers. If you'd actually attract anyone.
Well, I have that if we ever need like a little pocket dimension.
First things first.
Kip.
Dark.
Yes.
Do you accept Mira's form?
This will also be something we need to discuss over the downtime, but potentially.
Oh, I don't get any bad this level.
As it also stands, as I said, we will not be playing a game next week. We will have we're going to have 2 weeks to kind of go through your champion tier kind of situation here.
Yeah.
Yeah, there'll be a lot to go through considering we now have a month of downtime.
Mm-hmm. It looks like the group is taking at least a month of downtime, so all of you can deal with things. It looks like we'll be beginning basically at the very end of the final month of winter. Winter will be kind of where we're dealing with.
Oh, that's
Come back.
painful. I only get 4 skill ranks base. I'm used to getting 8 from a rank.
Mm-hmm. Not anymore!
Oh, that's painful. I suppose I could stop putting into perception, but we all know I'm not going to.
Yeah.
But Team PC, this was not an easy situation.
Nah. I say we came up pretty fine, though. Beyond the, massive
Well,
death.
we may have lost, the population of this city, but we did stop the great evils here from causing further cities to be lost.
From causing civil war.
Civil war, a raging Renskigar on the loose, Escorin.
Still, this may not be the best thing on your resume when, people will look back and saw that, by your choices, 30,000 people lost their lives.
30,000 people lost. Hundreds of thousands potentially saved. I call it good. I don't care what history says. I'm not going to be in history books anyway, unless they specifically legend lore me.
Well, no. Well, the point is, by reaching level 11, explicitly, you will be in some history book at some point. You are powerful enough that you're actually notable people now.
Yeah, except I'm probably going to I might end up becoming a heretic and have people going out of their way to burn books written about me.
They might. But it doesn't change the point that there will be books about you.
Mm-hmm.
Finding the books is a different story, but there will be books about you.
Well, I think...
And in your case, Torin, they may not be written in a positive light. They may emphasize points such as you losing 30,000 people's lives.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, prepare for a cult to be formed around you.
This has been quite a situation. But I hope Team PC has enjoyed the game up to thus far. As now you enter into what's going to certainly be the, a very interesting phase of it.
I'm surprised I'm still alive.
I'm surprised as well that you're all alive.
I'm just glad I didn't get Bigby's character killed.
I think we're all slightly surprised that Jortes is still alive.
I expected to kill at least one of you, if not all of you.
You really should have. If I didn't take resiliency, oh my god, so long ago, I would have died so many times.
It's a... Oof. This was a fight which, by its very nature, was not designed to necessarily be beatable. It was designed, well, as a, maybe you'll beat it. Maybe.
And then we lucked out like a motherfucker!
We really did. All those fort saves. He had no right failing those fort saves, and especially the first few.
He did fail some, though in the end, actually, I looked back at the rolls, and if Karma hadn't saved you, he would have passed his save.
Mm-hmm. Although he would have failed the first one because he nat one.
Yes,
but
all the ones after that he would have succeeded. Though it wasn't for the fact that Karma wasn't allowing his reinforcement to arrive and buff him.
Mm-hmm. And if we didn't strip the buffs off him,
that was another thing, which certainly having NPCs around helped. Though the NPCs are certainly on their own also going to be out of commission for a while because, ow.
Yeah, well, all of us, including NPCs, are now getting a month recovery time.
Actually, Sideline came out pretty unscathed.
Well, he did use his gun.
You're a ranged shooter.
You lost your gun. You did not come out unscathed.
That's true. That is
and you gotta fix up the airship, so
Yeah.
I only took 2 con damage. I'd say
That's true.
Drain.
Okay, I'd still say that's kind of a win.
I should not be alive right now.
You took those
Join
traits
the club.
I'm just saying, Torn's at -2. No, not even -2 con. How much negative con am I even fucking at? Yeah, I'm at basically 0 con as a werewolf, I think.
One thing I can basically assume is I'm making my gun, right? That's a thing.
You will certainly be making a gun, and that is certainly something we'll be talking over. And it may be possible for you to get something that is vaguely rifle-like.
Yay. If it doesn't require a bunch of research and development. Probably it will, but I'm okay with that.
I hate picking those spells.
Well, moreover, actually, you won't require any real research and development from Sideline for another reason.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you're kind of rescuing Titus?
Yeah.
Well, maybe the circus can do you a favor and get some blueprints sent to you.
Sweet.
You're welcome.
And also, by the way, I can inform Team PC of where they'll be stuck, of where one of the potential things that you might start with next time. You don't have to, but you might want to start with next time. You've got a royal summons by the High Warden themselves.
Oh, jeez, not again. Do I have to kidnap another king?
What? One, it would not be.
I'm personally executing you. I'm putting you on the fucking chopping block.
Also, I would be impressed because she is the legendary tactician who's been known to never lose a battle before. So have fun with that. As it stands, because remember, the High Warden herself is not the 14-year-old. That was her niece.
Can't lose a battle if you don't start one. If she doesn't see me coming, I'll be alright.
Yeah. I mean, let's put it this way. If she was here, that Rensigar would have had a bad challenge on its hands.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she didn't have any warning this was happening either, so she couldn't have been here.
Okay.
We totally should have sent a message ahead.
You guys had no idea Rensigar would be here.
No, but we had an idea that Esquilon was here doing crazy shit.
You don't know what shit, though.
No,
I was
giving them some warning be aware.
The Esquilon fight went basically more or less how I expected it to. When the Blood Moon shit happened, there was no way for,
There were ways to know this was coming, but unfortunately the group missed the opportunities that came up for that, so it's like,
There was...
Unfortunately, they were not easy things to find out about. They were pretty difficult things to find out about, so, in fairness.
Oh god, I've leveled up. Camilla's gonna do more shit to me.
Yep.
Well, that's gonna be fun. And mutations!
Yep. So, yeah. Team PC. Did you have fun?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm glad my mod worked.
Yeah, that...
So am I.
This fight was pretty amazing, the way it happened. I just wish Torun could have participated.
In
fairness, Torun probably would have died from the explosion of Hecate.
Yeah.
I'm still surprised I didn't.
Also, screw everything. I'm taking teleport as a permanent spell. It's too useful.
It is very useful in every circumstance. If nothing else, as a GTFO spell.
But now's the other thing. If I take Star Soul Bloodline, my cash level for it increases by 3.
Nice.
And any other teleportation spells I use.
Team PC. Feeling good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to figure out what I'm going to use all this money for.
I actually might make it like a little personal construct that I take with me into every battle. Just to control.
Just keep in mind the whole entire thing about having only one thing with you.
What do you mean, what?
This 10,000 gold, I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to put it into, but it's probably going to end up being like equipment.
It can be, of course, invested in non-combat related things.
I'm tempted to try and just get someone to research for us.
It is also very much like a point of like, this is probably... I'm probably actually going to save a significant portion of this for basically a retirement fund.
It was a pretty good reward. You also get a feat. It is level 11.
Shit, what am I going to do?
Level 11 is a very important level. Folk melee people such as Thork gain extra attack.
Like, I get an extra attack too.
Yep. You get feats as level. It is a very important level. Certain casters will get set new spell slot levels unlocked.
No, I'm fine with having like a bunch of new spells.
The point is, various different people gain a lot of... Level 11 is a very important ability in a level in general for many people's abilities. So
I mean, I guess I get 60 sneak attack now.
It's also generally the point that people move on to having a special prestige class and start triggering at this point, if they haven't already.
Hi.
Mine is halfway triggered.
The point is, if someone's going to do a prestige class, if they haven't started already, this will be the point they started.
Mm-hmm.
Asterisk, my one character who got to level 15 and then took the 5 levels of Justica.
I think of 2 characters who have had prestige classes, they got them very early on.
Yeah, generally you prefer to get them on early on.
My
It's not an option.
now.
Early, yeah, I guess you have the nice stuff and the nice stuff earlier.
I still need next level. I need level 12, and then I am happy I'm set for the rest of the game, because then I can finally use my perception to follow tracks instead of survival.
Oh, wait, no.
So yeah, any particular questions about anything else that's kind of occurred here? Or is the group okay as they kind of get picked up and teleported and everything else away?
Can we bring Lyle back to the Tree of Life?
If that's something you want to spend your downtime doing, you can potentially do it in your downtime.
You can have a tiny Rasengar body.
Yeah, I think that's what Thorak wanted to do with his downtime, was kind of bring back Lyle and...
Well, try.
The various NPCs are returning off to kind of their locations. Aramacfine will give you the location of what her current location she's using for a lair is.
Nice.
Jortus will let her know he'll be in White Marsh whenever she's ready for the experiment.
Torun, will basically make it explicitly clear that, he's not sure he's going to have a choice about where he's going to be staying. There's someone who's probably not going to want to let go of him after he tells her that he was brought down to 17 con drain.
Yeah.
One thing we do need to do is bring back Verdun, however, so we can do that when we also bring back Lyle.
As it stands, it'll be anyone. Some people might end going into the Tree of Life to deliver Lyle's body during the downtime. So anyone else who does that as well can try to deal with that situation. Which will probably also be for handling resurrection duties.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and plan to contact him regularly so we know he doesn't die.
Well, I imagine Torin and Ryland probably want to go with Thorak when he does do that.
As said, Torin might not get the choice.
Okay, yeah, that is very much true.
Yeah. When you get back, I will be refreshing the objective scoreboard when you get back, and you'll have various things, like you're going to have something from Hecate on there, you're going to have the meeting of the High Warden, and you might have a few other things that are also added onto the objective board, and something that will be gone from the objective board by the time the month is over.
Quick, where's your objective board? We have to get it done within the month.
The dragons are going to hatch.
Yeah, probably.
I can get you the objective board. Give me a second to scroll all the way over to the right to grab it.
Yeah, we were going to have some of our NPC group, like allies and contacts, just go get the tiefling away from creepy elf guy.
Well, the question is, who? I mentioned the fact you can hire adventurers, but what NPC could you send is the real question.
Rowan. Wait, who's Rowan again?
Rowan's is Aramacavines, and he's kind of really badly wounded after kind of being slammed around by a...
That's what I'm remembering. Orin, that's his name.
You could potentially try to talk to cousin into trying to get him.
Actually, I had other plans for him, considering he's good at curses. I would see if he might help me ward my place.
Yeah, so if you look down at the bottom there, you see you've got the objective board here. 1 second. We're going to remove... You currently have no current missions, so we're going to bring that down.
Oh yeah, the Hydra Gold Vein in White Marsh. Forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm tempted to click into that, depending on where it is. Just saying, having something which turns stuff to gold underneath your tower is pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty sure hunting the blue worm will be off the list by the end of the month.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, some things will be added to this, some things will be removed from this. But you won't know what until the end of the month. Also, I'll remove Elliot and his artwork, because Elliot is gone from the show.
Oh, I really had plans for him.
You could have a heart at your test. You can always
I
visit.
know, but the plans I had was having a heart for someone else as well. I needed to commission him for some artwork, basically.
What's that?
As it stands, people could try to spend their downtime trying to help out over there if that's something they wanted to do, potentially.
Oh, it's the issue with downtime.
I wish I could.
I've already disappeared. I'm already like a week in the future.
Well, the point is, Jordan could spend the later half of his downtime over there if he wanted to. It's up to him.
Maybe, probably not. He's having fun as a dog right now.
He isn't meant to be far away. He doesn't have teleport abilities of his own, as well.
Mm-hmm.
Plus,
who knows what Camilla will give him?
Plus, Jortas doesn't necessarily do the best at rebuilding places.
I mean, he does as good as the next guy.
I mean, you're honestly
Sideline, you are not the next guy.
You're honestly better at destroying things, Tinder, than you are at building them.
Yeah, but so is most people.
Well, the average peasant is
particularly good.
Actually, the average peasant is probably better at building stuff than they are at breaking stuff.
Now, breaking stuff is easy. Building stuff is hard.
The average peasant normally can't deal enough damage to break stuff.
It depends on the thing.
I mean, I don't deal enough damage to break stuff. I can't
Yes, you do.
attack an object.
Yes, you can. Sometimes.
Not
have spine.
normally.
You can sneak attack constructs, for example.
The constructs aren't objects.
They are objects, though, officially.
No, they're a weird case.
They're objects and creatures, but they're objects.
They're still a weird case.
I'm telling the truth.
The average person isn't going to find many constructs. Neither is your chess.
The right location. Anyway. So yeah. DPC. I assume the scribe is going to fill Big B in on what happened.
Oh yeah, there's not much, thankfully, but I've already sent him a thing.
Okay.
Here, I sent a screenshot so you get some of the highlights.
A few things did happen, it turns out.
Yeah, I had to take a screenshot of the nuke.
Boss pitch.
Wrong.
I mean, in fairness, she is also
the queen bitch of the entire Eyrie.
Mm-hmm. And she is technically even breaking the laws of the Eyrie in the fact that she holds two titles that aren't supposed to be held at the same time. Which is why she has two heirs, and you saved one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's dead. Goodbye.
You kind of saved the heir responsible for the highest position.
Yeah.
Hmm. So, yeah, good job, everyone.
Yay. I hate these.
That's my favorite terrain now. Cool.
Nice.
Is it urban?
Yes.
Of course it is. Now you don't leave tracks somewhere.
Wait, how do I not leave tracks?
Because it's favorite
What?
terrain.
No, the idea of Sideline walking through a street and not leaving tracks.
Has he developed some system of skating along?
No, now he doesn't walk anymore. He just attaches wheels. He has Heelys.
I was about to say, him rolling along is the only way I can think of not leaving tracks.
Have that Arbok idea of who knows how they do it.
The thing is, though, you don't weigh 600 pounds.
That's
Before equipment.
True.
Sure, you might weigh 600 pounds after equipment, but not before equipment.
Almost.
Yeah, Sideline just rolls around cities now. That's the only explanation I can think of.
I need to
It doesn't
start.
work. It unfortunately doesn't work outside of it. You know that like a bumpy terrain and hills and grass. Ugh, no, it doesn't work. I mean, it's it'd be hard to skateboard through grass. Just saying.
Oof, yeah, it is.
Yeah. Technically, session is adjourned if you want to leave. I'm going to go ahead and go get a drink because I haven't drunk anything throughout this entire session.
Yeah, you should
God damn it, Dark.
drink.